winya Yami shira Omani payote fua Elianum Efanya mistroye Jumana Yami besrayen Obraya goya Amoya muraye Ebe iya Efi yanara Amabe
Unity Radio, the voice of the people.
Asam paretia Obanyansa fuso obunye wanka na asam Tema futu sam kakre wa supreme Yo kofi Omani ya woman Omani ya memana Bini baby ako Watata jaya wareni Onsom wanini pa Nasade pa wofioye Yama yembera ye Ebe iya ifu yaba Amae ya umano Amae ya memana Ati waya nora Yami tata Yamana renya Onso wanini pa Sawa ya wanabe Yama yembera ye Ebe iya ifu yaba Onso wanini pa Nasadepa ofioyo Yamo yamuraye Abeya efiyana Amabeya efiyana Asitebeya efiyana Oh Amabeya efiyana Yana Yamo yamuraye Abeya Obrayi warabo Amabeya efiyana Eminawa Kamo yemberaye Abeya efiyana Ese Amabeya efiyana Abraya Sabeya efiyana Aho Amabeya efiyana Kamo yemberaye Abeya Yamoniye Amabeya efiyana Abraya boya
Unity Radio, the voice of the people.
Yatin can say, Osumpai in a Juma, Yanyantiasi Committee, Unity Radio.
Obanyansa fuso obunye wanka na asam Tema futu sam kakre wa supreme Yo kofi Omani ya woman Omani ya memana Bini baby ako Watata jaya wareni Onsom wanini pa Nasadepa wofioye Yama yembera ye Ebe iya efiyana Amae ya umano Amae ya
Debema obi bia chiam obi bia kwaba. Aha Unity Radio 103.9. Jumedia wasugusu utie na wohwe. Eye anopa bosio. On Unity Radio 103.9. Worcester, Massachusetts. Sanapa bia du say na. Yama mun sensema ekoso no. Ana eba de beto ato adwene. Ne ehwe kwan ebefa so ama man panimfo no atumi ebu omani ye. Ne santi na yebetra se. Yebecha ya adwene ama oso ache wadwene. Na bibia atumi akonkan. Medindi King Kalusha, mena midi dwumadi ho chiame. Manicho Magandi Katarita mpeme ho asem Mr. Massachusetts. Anche obabe kan sa medi dwumadi ahwehwe so. Noa opoku Jemfi. Opo National. Ono so taichi boy chidom. Said dwumadi ebe ona no pay. But I feel I do a video not to a high Unity Radio 103.9. Menu of video in fear, Maninda here. Your basis here.
Unity Radio, the voice of the people.
Asampayetia. Obanyansa foso omuniye wankana asam. Tema futu sam kakre wa supeme. Yo kofi amani ya woman. Amani ya mama. Gini baby ako na tata ya wareni. Onsom wanini pa nasadi pa wofe oye. Dama embera ye.
Jumadie anopa bia se ba betra na ya ejuma kobi na so ya se medi jumadie ba wa fie mu o ka mu o Facebook o YouTube na so nya bietie de ba sa na sa juma koi ese ye o ma jede hu nsem no ye ton ma o na fie bibia tumi e konkan de di kan e ya Anochi Chrome Restaurant Anochi Chrome Restaurant no mo baby mienu baako Mabel Street and baako so Park Avenue na Park Avenue the omo ye say last Sunday of every month this month no last Sunday ne be on the 27th of November and December opese wani je pa na dan ye kwasiada enwumre no 9 omo buffet the only African restaurant e wo buffet e wo Worcester ha every last Sunday of every month. Now this basically 27th. Coincidentally, they are say would you Thanksgiving 24th? Come Thursday Friday wa home make a crack, Saturday wa home make a crack, Sunday wa for dance issue. Now they ada weni Anochi Chrome Restaurant, the Park Avenue na o buffet na okwa ani bia opebia obedi African biane wache jollof benku fufuo motuo you just name it bibia buffet nti from anajo anase wia kakra 4 p.m. ekopim say wa bebre say afedie e wasa wadidi a wabre na wo kofie no for any chair Anochi Chrome restaurant ho na kwa obedidi edidi papa ama ho ato na wasa twa na asem on the 27th na ka say 27 every day bia no Monday to Sunday omo ye aduane anaso okwa abenya aduane biedi but that was on the special day no sana eko bibia tumi ko enti pacho Anochi Chrome restaurant ko na ko di edidi pa na bibia entumi enko enkan ema pacho men you fidie ni fura me basisia
Asamparetia Obanyansa fuso omuniye wanka na asam Tema futu sam kakre wa supreme Yo kofi Omani ya woman Omani ya mamana Bini baby ako Tata ya wareni Onsom wanini pa Nasadi pa wofioye Yama yembera ye Ebe ya ifuyana Omae ya umano Omae ya mamana Ati waya nora Yami tata Yemana renya Wonso wanyini pa Sawa ya wanabe Yama yembera ye Ebe ya ifuyana Wonso wanyini pa Asadepa ofioyo Yamo yembera ye Ebe ya ifuyana
Wosem no ni pampa Anochi Chrome restaurant and ejadi ton na ede abrom afa yefi wa yenko Asamas Trading Africa market kese pa wo Worcester o Main Street ni so okwa Asamas dan bia opebia se odebe o party so odebe on kwan se weekend yedui opese on kwan mu yehwema adwene akwa bi fish no fresh fish so o may yebsisi ho you try to kama ma fresh fish say mackerel everybody say pompano everybody say Kruger fish tilapia you just fish bia opebia no o betimi aye ho ama bayire but say bibi bia opebia African bia ni bia opebia no okọ Asamas Trading na o betimi aboa na wetumi nya de opebia na wetumi ama onkoma yehwem na party bi na peso ya wetumi akonya no ma ato ade party na bibia tumi akoso ama ye free Asamas Trading ya fa yen nchen fa Dan Auto Repairs masa dan so de ka bia wo na ho achichima no wo de ba obetumi asiesie ama ka no say Kia say your Toyota Infinity Acura Highlander to say you just name Toyota brand bia obetumi aye Nissan Altima Nissan Rogue to say cars bia Volvo brake say raters at say oil change transmission engine ka bia ho atechima o de badan auto repairs obetumi aye o person inspection so na oye bibia ma so inspection so oba obeye bibia ma no inspection o so na bibia dam clean Dan Auto Repairs first na almost 45 Fremont Street so me feel but it's the same ekwan so ofi Canterbury Street ba o do ba kakra sara obebedu ni ho no o ba mo se ka na gate kitwe bi on the right hand side bo huna o tu ani kura to mo se bana bi bo actual Dan Auto Repairs into we make that right now we stand here say akra omwachi ho and they say Dan Auto Repairs akwa ndu ko betumi ye adwuma kama mom and na face of Webster Street ni ba now so ko Canterbury Street ni so a o ba na o pa ne o pa bibia na old one na o do ko anim kakra bo se cars bibi sisa ekwan ho ndu do ko na o tu ani ehwe left kakra o bo gate kitwa bi o left sa gate na ho na say masa dan so akwa kwese tufa gate left no okwa ase o da kwesi dan nachi ana oto ni kura mu se nim ho no the dan auto repairs man na bia bo na fi okwa masadan so ebetumi ahwe oka no we twa no yupo ama ho nso wono ngano kwa no ode onane ba ofoi na ombo adwuma me bia tumi konkan afei ohireba kwaku asare ene ni nua Kofi Sprayer omso se oka no apem na opese esiri dada mu na saye mu na wode ba ombe street no ma omde feel like go bibia na fe omua ombe street kama na so ombe street kama na se esi kwamu a wa wani beje se no ma etumi ekonkan mawo enti omusuzu bra ho na ba ho a ombe tumi aye bibia ma bibia tumi akonkan ma jawo be sia me benko bibia me ba sia
and I'll be free.
Before the movie, you know, there's another man pro. I can brass society and mama not know. That is allegation against him.
No more casa, I can't just say, one for media, my party.
I Uguswa Usta Unity Radio, the only radio station, and a pebia open Sempaitia, Obaha, Obetmania Bibiana Bibia to me, a concan. Your free master Dan auto repairs and as a master dancer. Now you call Dr. Kwabi Scientific Care. Dr. Kwabi Scientific Care. A whole na unka semu unami oya oda won't mean that or wardrobe how the found one or better hati okutu dwemu unka semu yo ya so na do no de kan wa sisia o be sita na wasa ba mranti wiem eti ope se ohun osisi so a call Dr. Kwabi Scientific Care. No betumi aboa na bibia tumi akon nkan amam afi yefiwa yefa eni nchire infa Go Coast Creating Services another restaurant Wusa Potem ha na mo 8 Blackstone River Road na ho na okwa so ope jollof ope fried rice ope banku ni tilapia ope banku ni peanut butter soup eni nkro okra so benyabi ope na ada tafodu ani eba eni agusi a obenyabi na omo pe wache so obenyabi na omo san wo great chicken bia no otumi di wache otumi di jollof otumi di fried rice and obetuma to sa great chicken na so separately na otumi awe enti so person di pa na ho towa fani eche Go Coast Catering Services ho na di papa ewo na bibia betumi akon kan amount afa yefiwa yefa ni chefa Kumasi Market the only African marketer restaurant the only African marketer discount okwa koto ade a omutimi ti osisi ohu Kumasi Market off Main Street ni so na Kumasi Market bibi bia African market nnuane na ma opese to bibia ma discount no na o milo and milk and bibi bia no okwa amatiti so ama ko African market era Kumasi African market na koto to bibia kodi udwa weekend na bibia ntimi koso se ope fish meat goat chicken bibi bia ope bia no okwa obetumi anya bia ma na amatiti bibia so curry powder nutmeg just a bibi bia opese odi aduane ma odi anem yehwam okọ Kumasi marketer on betumi aboa ma bibia etumi akonkan nti omo susu ensem na media bro na anopen mefiwa meko anoche trading omo 54 Hamilton Street also kwa African market and also more cold stores so African market betumi akọ du jakoto onam enu bibia ho so up fresh fish salmon what they are on kwan and watch bi they are stew and so omo cold store betumi dia aboa almost 54 Hamilton Street kwa nochi trading na duja na bibia ntumi enkoso ope sikamane akwantempo a se omusika no ekoso ye pa Lemonade Finance omle se no omo bibia ekoso oko Apple Store ana oko Play Store na wa download Lemonade instructions is easy na oko bibisa promo code no odi opo na yet OPO odi shower oko na oye bibia na se wokwa ho chiriwa oba opo ho Unity Radio a obetumi aboa na wetumi aye bibia kama ama na wosusu wetumi asene ska akwa wobusuafo side mekoi na asori asin aye di dwumadi ni edebro manyu afide ni fia manana ya mebasisia.
Number 3. Number 3 is not in government. No, I didn't say in government. I said in the country. That is what is your position in the country?
That Lumba here, Ashamiba America, USA, Minyaba Bia and TSA Unity Radio. That Lumba here, Ashamiba America, USA, Minyaba Bia and TSA Unity Radio.
Where your Big Joe Fraser, y'all, me say Unity Radio. Unity Radio, and the Canfor Great, ye. Yani edamuno, who stabontenso, obiet ye, Unity Radio, and the Canfor Great, ye. Unity Radio, and the Canfor Great, ye. Yani edamuno, who stabontenso, obiet ye, Unity Radio, achinkwana na minumbremuni, adishia odia hinkan kwa miyabua, minada, semwo US nkwa dia, eye Unity Radio, ye tiere who say man no day, man day ankasa, Unity Radio, yabane yaba, ba yawa.
I go to schools upon schools and I speak with the students. And when I finish speaking with them, I'll say, do you have a question for me? No hand goes up. A hand is just to go up in all my encounters in Ghanaian classrooms. We have tamed the children. We just want them to write down what we tell them. At the day of exams, they should put down what we have told them. We say, you are the best student the country has ever known. That kind of education system will not transform Ghana. That kind of education system is not going to give us critical thinking individuals, especially since we are in the 21st century and education 4.0, the fourth industrial revolution. You can't memorize your way out of poverty, but you can critically think and innovate out of poverty. So Ghanaian schools, Africans will have to begin to take a serious look at what I call the assertive curriculum. A curriculum that empowers the African child to ask questions and challenge the status quo respectfully within the African cultural context. But not a curriculum that tells the African child to be quiet and don't say anything when the adult is speaking.
Unity, oh, Unity, and Kabumkwa.
Unity Radio, the voice of the people.
Omo amochi omo galamse no omo atu omo yeba ma omo amnesty no omo asaba Lojidi se emabia omo fomie omo enu omo ho enti yebe yi omo na yama omo another chance
Sungovodia menada ye de Ghana bepie mu abrochire upensem a ekoso afisem a upensem a ekoso Ghana ene onua bebia obetia ne Unity Radio ye kuramu se twe
ya mobo wo Ghana etisika so o manya ohia mai nenam amamu a enkoyi enti no ekomde
Nkwasiafo pa no Jimmy people for Jimmy we will be stupid people. I don't know why I belong to that political party.
Ebehuru bebre ebehim bebre amanfo be tonton sansan nanso menka na da upe asanim kiremu dia eno ani Unity Radio
NDC voted in Ghana. Samia me pe adwuma amaya mankani amabawa me ba be chanka na nzemu nukura bako eni mokra enye nukura ne enye nukura ocha afro pese NDC voted.
Sene me hu bia munyai me misi munyai me just your boy J Stone live on Unity Radio.
Asampaetia Obayansafo so omuniye wanka na asam Te mafutu sam kakre wa asopeme Yo kofi Oman ya woman Omani ya memana Vini baby ako Natata jaya wareni Wonsom wanini pa Nasadi pa wofe oye Yama yembera ye Ebe iya ifuyana Omaya umano Omaya memana Ati waya nora Nyamitata Yemana renya Wonso wanini pa Sawaya wanabe Yama yembera ye Ebe iya ifuyana Wonso wanini pa Nasadi pa wofe oyo Yama yembera ye Ebe iya ifuyana Amabe iya ifuyana Asite be iya ifuyana Oh Amabe iya ifuyana Yana Yama yembera ye Ebe iya Obra you arabo Amabe iya ifuyana
So omanu be ya omani enyi ya efimini wa Uncle Ato ensem na odi aba tifu anano pain ya ntwentwen so de bia se na esi no no safe na odi afidi ra to ha Unity Radio 103.9 Sam obi bia achi obi bia kwaba kese ba dwumedie isu anapabosu isu ya ntwentwen so no yakọ weather forecast for the day no weather forecast for the day no ya kai etiefo ne ahwefo no bibia otie na no pain say esi say ya ewo amanoni abochia mem ha say dide na awo no esi no ababa betue awo na ababa betue pa anti say o step out o kwa bontin na wakodu dwumedie bia na mesrewa bomodian say o behihye ho yi pa because awo na abam o hihye ho yi na say bia koso because wan hwe na awoko mu a no so be mo wa yare na other fees so wa nim kromasi that fie one day kra na abi ayo nti bomodian na hihye ho yi na fa pie nkanka omo a omunika omo kofa ko jina bebi akofa bus ana omo train uber bia na taxi bia ko bebi no patopia hihye ho yi na bibia entumi enko nkan emma and the weather forecast no the highest no about 42 and the lowest no 28 in the 42 degrees Fahrenheit and 28 degrees Fahrenheit and only weather report for anopem you see amino ka say weather no 38 degrees Fahrenheit 38 degrees Fahrenheit you see me no e ka say enti bacho say me see aka no awono aba betu dada enti say wo kwa na wetumi ahwe say obe sisi ohuye ana abehye ohuye ansana wapie na bibia atumi akọ nkan na edi ama tiefo no yantwetwe so no yanko fa sports news from tiefo na fe fa adwuman kai no ntumi nsuose so ejebo eja enya ababedu kwata 2022 enya ababedu nyankopon ya aduma kwasia da ebei and our case almost started in the 20th of November. Now I can't here for say most of the matches ebi wo am born ewia ebi also am born anopa ebi betumi abo Ghana say your first match 11 a.m. second match 8 a.m. and a third match 10 a.m. and they do what ni nyina no ye bema watching. The first match against Portugal no 24th no no 11 a.m. The second match Korea for ne bono 28th of November no no 8 a.m. and the last match Uruguay for no bono 10 a.m. and 2nd of December and to share sad date and so mine first match 24th November yɛne Portugal 11 a.m. Second match South Korea 28 8 a.m. and a third match no yɛne Uruguay ɛno ɛyɛ 2nd December ɛno so yɛ 10 a.m. nti Ghana 4 matches a ɛbɛba so ɛwɔ World Cup no ɛna yɛde ama etiefo no kwasi ada ɛbɛyi ɛwɔ anopa du baako no ɛyɛ quarter for no Ecuador ɛna ɛbɛsi akan quarter for ne Ecuador ɛna ɛbɛsi akan kwasi ada ɛbɛyi nti wɔn yɛ open ceremony ni yɛ bibia wia quarter ne Ecuador na wɔn bɔ saa match na match bi a mba so biom wɔn bɔ saa match na match bi a wɔn bɔ match biom te sɛ ɛkɔpem sɛ wɔn wie saa match na de kyɛ Monday no no ɛhɔ na matches ni bebree ɛbɛba so Senegal wɔn so ne quarter ne Ecuador group no wɔn ne wɔn fɛfoɔ wɔn Netherlands wɔn so bɛsi akan ɛno wɔn so bɛsi akan na de kyɛ Monday no ɛno yɛ 11 a.m. afei ɛne group A for nam de ama no group B no ɛyɛ England, Iran, USA ɛna Wales. Group B no ɛyɛ England, Ireland, USA ɛna Wales no also bɛsi ɔmo akan no USA for ne Ireland for bɛsi akan ɛno yɛ anopa ɛna wɔtwe Monday nti ɔmo kora match no bɛba de kan aba so ansana Senegal for no deɛ na aba so afei efiri wɔ so a na wia no mu no wia no abɔ wia no mienu no ɛyɛ USA ɛne Wales USA ɛne Wales ɛna bɛsi akan ɛde so mo hyɛ ne so ɛman nti Monday no 3 matches na ɛba so Senegal ne Netherlands ɛno yɛ anopa du baako afei no papa no ɛyɛ England ɛno yɛ group B England ɛne Ireland ɛna Iran England ne Iran on bɛsi akan no yɛ anopa 8 a.m. no pɔ no wɔtwe paa na afei na wia no na katabaa no abɔ paa no ɛyɛ USA ne Wales ɛna on bɛsi akan ɛno ɛyɛ group B no yɛkɔ group C na ɔmo de bɛba so Tuesday and the kai say one first match no quarter Ecuador 11 a.m. and then what do you call it and then Sunday one match then Monday no 3 matches Senegal and Netherlands and then 11 a.m. no so group A na after group B England versus Iran and then 8 a.m. anopa 8 a.m. anopa and then group B na fe aba USA and Wales ewia no mienu edi share ne suma fixtures na omo mpese o mehwe World Cup no fixtures ni bi na be ma wona no pay na so hu de ebekọ so World Cup no afa ko group C a eno omo matches no beba so Tuesday group C matches beba so Tuesday group C no Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico and Poland. Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico and Poland. Almost ombesi akan na bibia etumi akonkan enti amatie for na edimatie for nti Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico and Poland. Enti first game no hodi ano ahomachi paa ahomachi no num Argentina and Saudi Arabia. Argentina and Saudi Arabia ano papa Argentina, Saudi Arabia, group C, 5 a.m. Na fe bodu bakwa Mexico and Poland. Mexico, Poland, where brother and a some match with Babazo. Our group D no. Until brother 4 matches in Babazo. Argentina, Saudi Arabia, 5 a.m. Mexico, Poland, 11 a.m. And I think group D no Denmark and Tunisia. Denmark and Tunisia group D and we are 8 a.m. Now fe na we are France and Australia and we are 2 p.m. and Denmark and Tunisia 8 a.m. France Australia 2 p.m. Now fe Argentina Saudi Arabia 5 a.m. ɛna Mexico Poland ɛno nso so 11 a.m. ɛno group C ɛne group D ɛna mediame atiefo no endimifo a menko group E no Germany, Japan, Spain ɛne Costa Rica. Germany, Japan, Spain ɛne Costa Rica ɔmo nso de besi akan ɛwɔ sa group E no na group E no anopa na ɔtwe Germany ɛne Japan ɛno besi akan Germany ɛne Japan ɛno besi akan na afei ɛno ya anopa na ɔtwe no anopa du baako no so group E na no Spain ɛne Costa Rica. Spain versus Costa Rica almost betimi asi akan Spain versus Costa Rica ɛno group E. After call group F ɛno Morocco and Croatia. Morocco and Croatia ɔmo ɛnso Wednesday no Morocco to Croatia no anopa 5 a.m. anopa 5 a.m. Hey, the Yamani confetti match akushi. Betu asori ahwebini. Hey, ahwachi nonum. Morocco, Croatia 5 a.m. and a Belgium ne Canada. Belgium and Canada. Anu ye area no mienu 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anu na yede ametie for no ti kwada no so for matches and ho. Yefu ayefa ni nche yawada ho na Ghana for na any ehwe yawada ho na Ghana for na any hwe yawada no group G and group H. Group G no Switzerland na echomu kamie no mentwanti ene da no omo ene efefo omo fi Cameroon ene besi akan group G no Switzerland versus Cameroon no anopa nonum 5 a.m. anopa nonum 5 a.m. ena sa agokansie no ebetumi abaso Switzerland versus Cameroon. Switzerland versus Cameroon omo anopa anopa nonum 5 a.m. na sa group G na no so Brazil and Serbia and so mbebo no ewia no mienu Brazil versus Serbia ewia no mienu and your group G. Fu ayemba group H and the last group na Ghana so Uruguay and South Korea mbebo no no anopa no Uruguay and South Korea mbebo no anopa no na fe group H and so Portugal and Ghana. That's a Messia Canada no anopa Dubako na bibia entimi enkoso enkonkan ema na na dia amatie for no the Ghana group no so group H Yawada Ebay na Ghana for ni Portugal for ebesi akan eno anopa Dubako eno hunse na mede ama atiefo yefu a yenda yeni enhye emfa eba kohwe enkomon kitenkiti bia eta adentichi ewo avensei amanone na work up ne basu Barcelona no team sini bi players a omabesi akan amomo na bibia tumi akonkan enti yebeko ne akwakohwe de no esi eko eso ewo ho na bibia tumi akọ nkan ama enti ene da so amafo bebre say de ene da so ewo ma Ghana sanse body ma Ghana for ball ene da no na eso ani yipa na ho na Ghana sahene ene da Ghana ehye Switzerland kamienu no Portugal efoso eche yenuanom omo neighbors omo noisy neighbors from boboko from Portugal eso che Nigeria for ehye eka pop and 9 nti about 40 na che say akofa yimhihia abayi pa ho na sahene oma Ghana no o say otepo Portugal for say ɔmo qualify from the group H. Blaster captain no triple Portugal force the ɔmo form no city no ɔmo tumi I come out of that group na or say Portugal for no ba no so manfa ayikura na omo de abrante bi osi na kan the body mo ekon kan ya pa fe no Cristiano Ronaldo omo de ne ba we abrante waje 5 Ballon d'Or say the best player no wajibi na ye ono nko abrante bi say Rafael Leao baby Bernardo Silva baby omo players in there okaso obo mo be Joao Felix munna kekakan o kan obo mo dini dia na say omo players in there player by player there nka omo wo ahead straight ahead but then obi ebetu enya reshema Ghana call first World Cup na ye Germany 2006 no your first match against Italy for no ombo modian num Ghana Italy for edbo modian share Ghana for kamenu mra under Peru ebudu free kick ba ko share na Samiku for esuko share ko mistake ga almost striker ba ko fa won de share 2-0 but the second game against Bokwa na from Croatia na that time na Czech Republic mum na omuja na so ye pa no Ghana for go against all odds no etwa Bokwa ye from Czech Republic e kamienu a moment me anti e kanu aje afei e ba sa no na akoka last match Ghana versus USA na no so ko ba mu na Ghana abomodia ashe USA for a kamienu na anti the science Ghana etumi advance to the next stage of the competition ho na ekokoshia Brazil for na nanu ya omochi share friendly match ka miensa or French abochimemu no yonom kokoshia o sa quarter finals round of 16 no at that time na Ronaldo ne other players bi ho on so mochi enum ye ka miensa a intimacy mu agi eno ye first time ye de koye no that time na Ghana bibia rank here na ye rank bibia but boys no after the first match against Italy no gather all the momentum gather all the force the call Czech Republic game no at that time now obekaya yi Liverpool Chelsea goalkeeper friend Peter Cech on another goal match Czech Republic and no more abrante bia no so sina kan ma Arsenal friend Rozeski abrante board that na no na fekeke no mu nyina o team and so against all odds no timi shomo ka menu amomon timi ansi kan mu agi na e share USA for ka menu mamuti kan ba kwa timi advance ya call the next stage of the competition sadly no baby ekokodu na ho de no timi Brazil for no omo share ka miensa ye timi anti economy bi nti omo say amanfo ka say group no wom na modern because we share Ghana group no mu any players or more Portugal any even players or more Uruguay amanfo say South Korea for no na obehwa I say omo ni di kese bia omo team no mu but then omo bobo na omo tu America pa ena omo bo short passes no anhwe a omo de tu America pa ma okuma beti but amanfo ensuo mba memom de Ghana for there ya na omo ya de ne say players no baby di say Salus Mohammed so te say player no wagidi na no bobo la o tumi yo ho adwuma yi pa na there ha Ghana for ne say so mun kokoti say player bi ebo no ho modern o ya de na obo game a ya omo concentration level no different but when they are playing against teams with say Korea for na players no are no well known now we dey observe we dey emre abachi sa na akoy Comoros Island for no ko boy okay ko bo afcon ya Comoro for dey say be show mo say e no mo chi share Ghana ya no omni lower ranked teams ni ba that's only lose concentration but when they are playing against the top notch teams now bibi say Portugal ni Uruguay for no say almost started you know some more players are omo agidi no one of them Ghana for defending the constitution and omo ba hokra ento fomu and because of that way no enti ma manya regime say ba all miss Ghana ebetumi aye bibi enti se na de bia ese no ya na mo ko mpaibom na makai Ghana for mpaibom say the politics no from Kosiada copy 18th of December World Cup no be na wie no politics no be ko from kakra aba na de bia na say o ka bia che omo so a omo ntie na de bia omo so den aso ba che fo kwa omo so di o politicians omo so di the World Cup bi ebe ama say ebe ama say eni ja bakrom kakra eni ja bakrom enya kakra kra ebe bakrom bebre na bibia tumi akọ nkan eti Ghana for our regime say ebetumi akọ and the day are you say on the tip Portugal for say one of the favorite betumi qualify from the group G no now betumi abo akọ momentum na Portugal for no ekọ menima we say teams ben and Ombeka Portugal for who the akọ omenim is it going to be Ghana ebe Uruguay and ebe Korea your comments you know welcome on Facebook page you know or the bar you betumi akenkan na bibia etumi akonkan say Ghana our beloved country you know obetumi ejane na so qualify among the star-studded Bobo Kwaye from Uruguay and Bobo Kwaye from Korea for edi song human kwana wom and then kwana wom amagidi makani na no virtually unknown players in Ghana for no enso mo na kan sem bebre no enti o comment ba apart from Portugal for no and the day ayu aka say betumi qualify from the group of G no teams ben and office Ombeka Portugal for who na qualify to the next stage of the competition. Your comments we're always welcome on Unity Radio 103.9. Afei yanko egusue football musema na yakeka afei de arehosem arehosem anything abrantie bi a yefe no Sadio Mane and I'm for Sadio Mane and I said you Mane nka kwakoba mi say they say there nanka Senegal for no wa regime say abrantie no si akan ma Germany for a German club e friend by Munich pray no nka omo de call omo ko fa with doctors and do si for say nka omo ko boana abrantie nka ono ho ento na nka bosi akan ma bobo ko from Senegal obeka this year no Mane na ye ka omo bobo pa wo wiase a omo yade pa ne money konkan a ono abrantie fe no Karim Benzema na di kan Sadio Mane na eto so mienu na senti nanka Senegal for no say talisman na playmaker born Jan na beti a okọ na akọkọti Africa ne kro Senegal nim but then penifo so my bia am ye de ombe bia no abante Sadio Mane mene o kasai de abante no ontimi World Cup ni bi abante Sadio Mane mene o kasai prempren Sadio Mane enya dia obetimi abo bobo ni bi araho asefem Sadio Mane bibisa atono ede pacho wasukuso a otie Unity Radio mo afide no nguru na ya manko bebia kalusha de meba sesia na yato enkomo twetwe so manko bebia
asampaetia obanyansa fuso obunye wonka na asam tema futu sam kakre wa asopeme yo kofi omani ya woma omani ya mama enyi baby ako tata ya wareni onsom wanyinyi pa
eti enkomo ana me no mo twetwe no yasama obibia akwaba kese pa ediba Unity Radio 103.9 abante fence Sajo Mani enkra akokopim se Senegalfo no ye bia omo ye bia sa abante enka no beto no na watumi abesi akan ama mboboko a efrene Senegal nanka mpo obeti Africa nim because obia the whole world or second best player there after Karim Benzema there na say nka obeboa Senegal for boboko na no anisa ba fofie Antoata abrantie no they say there has been officially ruled out of the tournament area yepa anti Sadio Mane ensem kakra na mede aba etiefo no if you also they say the Ghana for Mantiano modern mananda boy against Switzerland no amani pa bebre enya arehemu ama omoka nsema ke say former president John Dramani Mahama and so say they say the politics infantry chain na bibia say now the time has come to stake a claim to the World Cup trophy, and I believe our Blaster have what it takes to go all the way. And the former president John Dramani Mahama also Sema Wabekani go Blaster, show the world that we are Ghana. And also Sema former president John Dramani Mahama also Adebetuama etie for almost Kanu Afe enka akoko bi mse ne da so we are mo match we are ya na mrantie no ye fe bi recovery training Ghana for me no share for Switzerland kamienu no omo recovery training and no betumi am gya omo na so yi pa na afi 24th no against Portugal no omo bo modern say omo betumi esi akan na bibia etumi akọ nkan ene da branch ba ko a no sina kan a ne modu mo ko nkan ma the senior national team efeno Mohamed Salisu o ka ba ko ma branch obehwa Ghana for abre pa o ma bro branch pa ansana branch hoji penny abebesi akan ama boboko efen Ghana na against Switzerland no on a share first goal na branch in some of say they say ne agiye pa ne agiye pa na we so twen pa say on South Korea for any Portugal any Uruguay for be see akan no match ne bobre say ono de Mohamed Salisu de e kan bobo a oboni bobo na obetumi ayi bibia na bibia tumi akọ nkan enti abranche Salisu osi akan Ghana na amount for two na no na okay say it is a great feeling. We had a good game today and the boys are ready, he said after the match. We just need to focus and we can go through, he added. And abranche no can say boy my bog and that the ni agiye pa no she go no cross de na afedi o say yes afedi baba bedu na game on boy no fi say mantie no omwa omai ye krado say obetumi aye bibia na obetumi ade Ghana akonanim enti Mohamed Salisu on ebe she Ghana for no 4 JC World Cup no enti wo hwe ball na no hwe no mantie no wa ye pa onu na se Cristiano Ronaldo se Suarez obi bia obebo bia no onu na branti obe take omo na bibia tumi akoso yen afei nkra ba koso asan aba Ghana for efie ni say goalkeeper ene da oda ball num ma Ghana no the friend Lawrence Atizigi ono na say mpanifo apa ne say dodo wala continue Richard Ofori eniho nti abranti Atizigi de omra na omame on say why number 1 goalkeeper na bibia ntu enkoso segment the sports segment here made be one no paying Anochi Chrome restaurant anoche Chrome restaurant eno maso yasin kwaku juice anoche Chrome restaurant eno maso yasin eno my saka obium 27th every last Sunday of every month no omoye buffet any live music buffet and live music okoko di aduane bia African aduane bia opese odi bia no odi now sa na ojueni 4 p.m. to drop no ne dey metie for no but unfortunately no almost 2 places baako Mebry Street and baako Park Avenue no Mebry Street in there ya omunye bi but the Park Avenue no na new one no wona temia omotaye sa dwumadie enti we Thanksgiving na fi watu aso ne kwasi na dey call wine now na bibia afi we get ready to go to work on Monday. What a feeling Kwaku Shoes Anoche Chrome restaurant and almost also I sing made dwumadie ebro na no pay o fiefiem ebibia kosi medi edi King Kalusha mena medi dwumadie ho chiame you observe do afidie na to me you afidie ni mfia because ene you won sem bebre eka edi mawo abranche ene na amafo afi se ono so wasa pa no mo kan ho ase be say the wake up na do na kwa Black Star for unti facho be ka Black Star for ase ba say the omo yesi obofo na de na me den e wa paso eti Black Star for say that omo Switzerland for ma show katu eti so omo na mo wa paso eti ese ye hwe ma nam no ehuye na bibi atu ko kan ara da bi kai me boa woni me age abache ba ko sila kan e ma Ghana and I could see a kind be. Now, my for cry say, I didn't know co work up. I friend Baba Rahman on the next 70 days here. No boy, number 3. Abrante say, Ekade, Nanka, Ojai, Bobo, Ojai Bobo, and to Baba Rahman, see a prayer do couldn't take a crabby, Nanka Ojai Bobo Kuno, Ojai Bobo, but I say, no, my aye, Amano, and to Baba Rahman. Say, but my feeding now, me buy me diamond who's here, me buzz here, man, you are feeding could be a buzz here.
As some pirates, Obayan Sapuso, Munia, one can as some. They mouth to some cacre or supreme. You coffee, oh my woman, oh many a mamma. Any baby, I call what I warren. One in the park, as I did power of you. Yama Embera, if you are my woman, oh my mana. At the wire, no ra, Yamitata, Yamana Rena. One solo, one in the park. So I wanna be Yamo Embera, if you are one solo, one in the park. As I did power of you. Yamo Embera, if you are oh my baby, if you are I sit to baby, if you are
Wasukusu auti Unity Radio 103.9 Medin di King Kalusha Yegusua na mede Baba Rahman hu nsem no ma no abrante Baba Rahman nsem okan ne se pra edokuru bebre ka kitikiti bi nanka ode ne bobo eba awieye enti manche bebre nsem mo kan no afa ededa amafo bi muka se Accra so folk a prayer back wa osia kan ema boboko brasa no amafo bi say oh offside na dada no players be prayer because abranche no wa ya de papa efie ba ne wa ya de papa na ne da the way osia kan chair say chair no bobre say ono so ya de local players na so mom local based players no ono so make a statement for them no abranche kra go pim say Accra so folk coach or Sisiano or say a modern bar branch the ball in Dano against Switzerland no on the on say branch king after World Cup no a branch no or better than any baby fufro because abrante ni modern bo kon kan ye papa enti eno no yede nkra yede amba tiefo no nkra fofom no ya fa nkomo kitikitiki ba ko mienu bi dan fa fe ento aso na enko yanim abrante ba ko efen Jude Bellingham o se bi no ka se okoko pimo World Cup PB na o sina kan ma Dortmund nkra okoko pim se Liverpool pese o January ya omko no mko fa abrante no na bibia tumi ekon kan mo nkra fofom so Liverpool ni Juventus say abrante a o si akan ma Chelsea ye fe Mason Mount no let's what didn't share contract ase no fan inside share contract titi Liverpool ni Juventus so mo hwe say abrante no so one fan inside share contract ase ama Chelsea ba ko fa no ma be si akan ama na bibia tumi akọ nkan ama no won krafu fom na so Chelsea for say omo hu abrante a efe no Jude Bellingham say abrante efe no Mason Mount say obey captain until maybe bia na matumi ama abrante na akam na mbehwe Sky de ma abrante this year o si akan ma bobo ko a ye from mo Chelsea no Sky no eswaye pa anti e say de ono so mo san contract jam first car emu konkan fambra Liverpool for so en bi mo san call Atletico Bilbao Ghana for striker FA Naki Williams no ni brother kitwa ba ko e say no nya akonya akokusi akan ama bobo ko from Spain Spain or Kobe no your friend Nico Williams no Liverpool for say o ma send scout say o mko World Cup no no mko hwe no na bibia ntumi enko enkan emo omo aban Chelsea aswe no abante ba ko efe no Hakim Ziyech o say o kwa bo World Cup ni bi na onu say o kwa bo World Cup na wie no o be convince AC Milan for na ma be fa no na bibia tumi akonkan yi amomo enti enu ne nsema aba hasi edima etiefo no na ne kra no Argentina for ne Uruguay for manicho tenio Argentina ne Uruguay for they have taken 900 kilograms of meat 900 kg of meat to quarter so that players and staff can have a taste of home during the World Cup. Argentina for almost for the check 900 kilograms. Almost for the World Cup say players and staff no they can have a feel of
homemade meat.
Homemade meat. Oh, World Cup bro. But so this brighter no there first started. Mo akwa ba media.
Major so. Boko senra.
Oi, Maricho ya koda fe World Cup ya banti. It's our World Cup be kan one sense we cram. But still e be ko na akwa kodi the politics sense we kakra. Na ka me kwa dem me fi say ka. Yes, mundia and can football ba ya man so yan.
Exactly. I said buffet never cost one not chikro. Bia benya ni taste.
Bia taste.
Bia me say na adebo amempe bi so amempe pa. Nti me fa buffet ndi agro. Gana de buffet, me fa buffet ndi agro nti. You bechiche but born a bear World Cup. I mean, you're sports bias. By the point is that it happens once every 4 years.
Exactly, that's right.
And just the Sunday with 28 I started. Eventually, no, the concentration will be much more there, but it doesn't mean that you will lose sight of other way. Yeah, you try and put 1 and 2 together and enjoy ourselves today. Yes. You
go to Argentina, and I'm now you play some.
You see, when it comes to South America, they are the citadel of meat. Last time I can't wait. When we were growing up, corned beef. I mean, when you spoke about Argentina and Brazil, I mean, these are two major way. Maybe not Argentina, but I never Ghana issues and they made in Argentina. Then later came the made in Brazil. My mom used to sell provisions. So mom name in the mom say, any other tell me, you the try me through I say I Walmart. But once Ghana, there, boja obia on the kitten. So my mom used to say Milo sardines, Super 2. And I did make school. Kalisha, I should come and look inside my chop box. Even at back at university, said I'm the seller. Almost shame me something. Me the latogin pa, latogin baby. I me come papa. Me get me chop was me effect from SS right. Oh yeah, exactly.
So the guy requires sugar. I didn't
no tuna be a friend tonelli tuna. Every day me be back. Every day me to come a Starkist school. Tuna ni school. Nam de akwaje yam. Tell me enjoy me. Me can say call. Me can say there my bomb papa until me Lucia Bemia. I just want to maintain, still maintain. Until they taking meat to win a young one. I mean they brought back those nostalgic feelings. That anytime corned beef is mentioned, names like Argentina and Brazil comes to mind. I want for more protein content in their ground. They don't want to take chances. I mean, going into that side of the world.
Uruguay and Argentina.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't take chances. I'm saying yeah, exactly. Sometimes I lump them because I say USA. Should do a USA to be American from Miami to Alaska. But because they are one people. Well, Uruguay and Argentina and Brazil and there, I mean, they're almost the same people, but at least different cultures, and we respect them as private and individual nations. So they decided to take the meeting. It's more interesting, and yet I was trying to put one ton how big it will be. I mean, so it will be an interest. Let's see how it goes. Maybe it will motivate them. Say it will be home away from home. Omobo against Ghana na ade na your ma hwemu meet am we be Ghana park nti omo muti so omo se Montevideo omo da so gina omo you go hon man omo ball nti we see how it goes. It's interesting.
But shift attention. I'm say if we na yinja shift attention.
But money dey inside me ya. Money
dey money.
I saw it coming. I mean I saw it coming that there's no way he could recovering record time to be still at the Mundial. I mean Fabula momo ye na ebu kakra I say bone ankasa na ebu one of those two major bones na egu ni na anymore no and I hold the leg I didn't able, so you can't recover in less than 2-3 weeks to play active football. So yeah, I mean this World Cup there, those are some of the occupational hazards you have to carry. Yeah, they are working in as African champions, and I say it has been predicted, and they are interested that they are in Group 1, and those ones I mean strengths, assess the strength of various teams in the various group, and players to watch in there. Then we can really, if there's time, I announce all the best watching. I mean I can help you on that one. So they're losing out a great player like Mane going to this work. I think the world has also lost. I mean you clearly said it is the second best player in the world currently. International Mundial, if his country has qualified, that we expect to see him in there. I know his trajectory.
Second best player on the planet.
Exactly, budding talent all the way from those times he was in Southampton. I was in Portsmouth, so I knew that he was just some one town away from me. So I really followed keenly his projections and his progress till this point. So yeah, for Africa and the world at large. I mean, Qatar was made for big players, great players come and showcase their talent. That's the whole idea of this Mundial. It might not be in terms of competition be stronger than the Champions League, but it's far bigger than the Champions League. I mean, it happens every 4 years. The money involved and the euphoria. I've seen some pictures. Ghana, I'm side in Kobobi go cut a more chilly rough. Or we could do one mom because supported the Black Star. So it's very painful losing money at this point. But some of us, you had resolved. I mean, after reading about the initial prognosis and diagnosis, we realized that it will be very difficult for him to really have the opportunity. They were believing in African witch doctors now there in terms of local medicine. I'm come in local medicine to really, but someone say, and one amongst Accra may ascribe it. At 30, he can still play till like 35. Which the style of playing in diminutive nature now. He can play football for a long time. So why rush and get your career curtailed? Yeah, for some of us missing him. I mean, his country at a large, but we also as a continent there. Yeah, because I've always maintained that as much as home you are competitive, once you go outside there, I'm one person, I root for what I believe in. Yeah, I'm supporting most of these English teams when they get on the Champions League terrain. People will say that like in principle, I know the trolling will be more, but I me yeah too much because I still want to believe make the EPL the best league in the world, and it's as good as our teams doing well. So losing money at this point, I mean, it's really painful. It's really painful. The likes of Ronaldo and Messi, I think they are already gone. These are no talent on. But these are people you're expecting them to go and show us what the world is made of. What makes football the number one follow sport. I know others have tried with this American football, basketball now there, but football there, it still holds high the most famous and followed, appreciated sports in the world. See, it's really very best to compete at this at the topmost level and at a festival. Yeah. But I mean, I've started dealing with it. Maybe for me, it's not coming as a surprise because I really felt that we do this stage. But I mean, bad news. But life goes on. Life without money is still a life worth living. You've been enjoying what the World Cup way, Kalusha.
All right. Then call other friends saying, Andre, the day are you? Or small can I say, or Tipo Portugal to qualify from Group H or Group G? Group A, Group H.
Yes.
Expect to say
Portugal will qualify.
Now, maybe I say, so the Portugal for qualifier. What team do you think say almost between are qualified together alongside Portugal? Is it going to be Ghana, Uruguay, or?
I think I'm being a realist and being a patriot. I mean, so maybe I can forgive him on that score. But my point here is that sometimes you save the world a lot of blemish if you come out like I take Portugal alongside Ghana. I'm not choosing his words for him. But at the end of the day, it's a travesty of justice to also say that, or expect to say Ghana Bekobi. Or expect to say be a Ghana once you are, we see you are a major tool you are taking to the tournament. We are say at this point, just like Opokan all the time, I can only support. The best I can do for now is to support the team. So I'm expecting people like him to also to be the major proponent. To make me believe, give me that belief that Tomoko acquired there, but he's decided to choose his onions. I mean, it doesn't. It's not so strange. I mean, connoisseur expand it and there's some more analysis. You see, there's that general belief that European teams in the day they are supposed to do well. That is why they bring about 12, 13 out of the 32. In Portugal, in terms of seeding, their crap, they were seeded. They were put there as way. But who to qualify alongside? And no, the guy used to. He's the captain of the side. I expect him to assume all the confidence and we're going into the tournament. Maybe people who are really hardly able to do that. That some of us have been doing it. As much as he believes in Portugal, I mean that's his opinion. But I think that we also stand a very fair chance. You see, maybe it has been boosted by the fact that Portugal were able to down Nigeria 4-0. Nigeria 4-0 the MZ. Fate has justified why they are not qualifying for the World Cup. I mean, some of these results are maybe they are not well motivated enough to. The only beautiful thing about Nigeria, their jersey. They have a very, very beautiful jersey. But I think that in terms of football, they are a bunch of names. The Giants of Africa, Mukra, all this. You select 11 players to play football to the high A person. So, Muhuso. I mean, it's so unfortunate, but. Portugal, at least they wanted to have a feel how Ghana will be like. That's why I believe strongly that they decided to go for that way. But Nigeria has proven to them that maybe they are a strong side, but I think tournament comes with a different flavor and different feeling. So there's that. I personally think that Ghana will do well. By choosing Portugal, like you said, they are supposed to do well alongside Portugal. Reason why we have to be cautiously optimistic. He's the captain. He's made his point. I wouldn't fault him for that. But if you believe strongly that Portugal is the strongest side in the group and you're facing them the first match, there's no time for acclimatization and reorganizing yourself. So you need to get the results against them. A draw against Portugal will even put us in a better state to win. But let's see how it goes. I think that Ghana will compete. I wouldn't say will qualify. I'm choosing my words very carefully. You compete at this Mundial, but has to qualify in there. This is BIM, but the boys, they have something I think can help us to qualify.
Okay, thank you so much. But me try who is here. Yeah, but it's here. But it's here. Na ya de akara to aso. Meba, man ko bebia.
Asampaetia. Obanyansa fuso wo bunubia wanka na asam. Tema futu sam kakre wa asupeme. Yo kofi, omani ya woman. Omani ya mama. Eni baby ako, bata ya wareni. Onso, wanini pa, asadi pa wofioye. Yamo embera ye, ebe ya ifuyana. Shira, mama ni paya zefoa, enyano. Yafanya mistronya jumana nyami besrayen, abraya boya. Amoya muraye, ebe ya efi yanara. Amabe ya efi yanara. Asitre be ya efi yanara. Amabe ya efi yanara.
Omani be ya de fimino obibia se be ma mana yeye wasugusu a wotie Unity Radio 103.9 Mindindi King Kalusha minimia Manicho Magandi Tatareta mempemu wasem usa Massachusetts ena yekoso a yedi enkomo ewo hase nu na bibia na yeka and the day ayu ho asem say office Portugal for no ebetumi qualify ahead of Ghana and Uruguay and Korea. And be say teams be apart from Portugal no I just say betumi qualify alongside Portugal and no China dream team to first year na fe yenko some for us nti Portugal anyway Ghana na Ecuador na Uruguay na Ecuador.
Yeah, it's a tough group. It's a really tough group. I mean, maybe eventual winners in Portugal will not be news to the rest of the world. I mean, Sana Mihono. But who to be second there is tough. My inner spirits, my head. I mean, doing this job for a long time. You know, countries like Uruguay hardly go home on the first. Few World Cups I'm on, they are always able to navigate, and I go round. Until I'm expecting them to go round this time around too. Until a bad thing. I see Portugal, Uruguay. That's what my head is telling me. By my heart, in my heart and in my biasness, the reason why I can't referee a game between Ghana and Uruguay, no matter how professional I can be, and also as a commentator, and also say when to me, I wish Ghana do go alongside Portugal, but on paper and everything there, Uruguay are tough contenders. They hardly go home on the first. That's South Americans have that penchant around them. They hardly go home on the first round. Maybe I say maybe and a quarter be around them. We have to work extraordinarily harder to really get out of the group. If Portugal goes out, it will be the 8th wonder of the world. It will be as good as sleeping and waking up to hear that. We say Judgment Day say you are still living on this side. That is how bad it will be. We expect them to qualify. My heart is telling me Ghana can make it. But with my head and my last $1, if I'm to bet on your 20 cents, I'll go for Ghana, Uruguay, Portugal to really qualify out of the group.
Okay, thank you so much. Black Star qualification and former president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, also rallying support for Black Star. I'll say a small kind. Also now the time has come to stake a claim to the World Trophy, and I believe our Black Star have what it takes to go all the way. Go Black Star, show the world that we are Ghana. Former President John Dramani Mahama also supporter Black Star. No. This is a football do there. No politics.
Oh yes, I think it's a bit reassuring to know that the former president, because in the past we felt that there have been people they even use terms like, interestingly, World Cup no credible no say I 1-1. Nebe 2-1 in terms of maybe 2006 MPP na Nkoye, na 2010 NDC were able to get it, then 2014 2018 and the MPP could not do it. Then where people say hey, sometimes your money creep into our footballer, there will be problems now there. I think politicians also count the touted as some of the achievements. I mean, for everything they put there that Yen able to qualify teams, if they're able to win the Mundial eventually, they want it to their further. But for John Mahama, aside wanting to lead the NDC, is a statesman too. He's an early statesman. So for him to, I saw the picture, rally support in his full regalia, Black Star JC near there. it tells you that you should be one people. They be I do baby no Ghana say na me yes sports pa na politics there it was Zilch. And no maybe say I'm say football unite politics divide. Say ade ba ko be unite so be a lot of people to love you just do your football. If they will appreciate your analysis or support us now United and Chelsea cry for the brief moment to be so mad at you. But we show that you admire your level of propensity and answer effort you take into really educate. But politics they do baby a bit town for nothing or teach us you sabo more there. May you be some if you be a crown convention assume. In the name of politics, it shows that I'm a strong way. The same way. And this is one so Ominya MPP phobia, they will say that Akwawe they are arrogant or say they don't like the person. But football there one thing it puts us always together as one big nation, one big family. And even with the players now you don't have zone tell policy. You don't even know the parties that they support. Maybe what about on crap and 50-50 and I say baby. So these are times where they're able to put their differences together, iron their differences out and give us a beautiful game of football and win as Ghanaians. Eventually Ghana wins. At the end of the day, if you people have to focus, when it comes to the local stage, die in the world opponent. But do Mundial and say you're joining as one team. And typically of the Spanish national team. Edu baby no na forward in acquire Barcelona for defenders in acquire mostly Real Madrid players. So it tells you that, but they're able to put it together. And in Uber footballer in the country way, Spain, a huge political. Even the whole idea say we 4% motiomo, Basa 4% motiomo. A football tenant, even you buy a flag near the but a dunya bash region near the they come together as one and able to sit in the dressing room under the tutelage of one coach to go and win mundials. It tells you that no matter what you have our differences, but football there to unite us. So it's good to know that the former president, I mean, aspiring NDC presidential candidate wanting to rule Ghana, also had to support to the team that you know what, go and make Ghana proud. I mean, there's been a lot of hiccups, bottlenecks in Ghana, hardship, Obiakebi. People are supposed to even lead are now saying that I'm sorry. I mean, I listened to Foyat, I'm sorry for the hardships near there. You know, more money say Ghana is so football with me anyway now. Maybe it can even bring forward down. We can say how, but it is possible. You there, or the most important thing is you when you work up number. It will come a lot of 10% nets in Ghana. So it's good to know that ex-president is adding his support, big call. Clarion call that you know what, if you love me, support the team to get the laurels and forget the differences.
All right, but it's across the full coach, Slako, Matic, or say or expect to say if you money after the World Cup no, or back club no, well if you say an expert in between London, a club in Europe or somewhere, coach you know. Psychologically or prepare a place now and I say officer the performance there be because call the media and so amount for maybe I appreciate what Fear Barney did yesterday and as I say if you say you're offside now that you know my mom for say and then the movement and then the game no was fantastic as a beginner no and to share coachy or second place in Tinamana or Kasana.
I think in principle, after the World Cup tournament, you've seen a lot of major shifters from performing teams. Even under 19 under 17 Crapo did it. The last time around the Ghana Koje, Italia 91, most of the boys had opportunity to travel out there. I remember a huge chance going to Anderlecht, were able to get through. It was interesting to know that, I mean, Odatelancho was already working in as a professional before that tournament. But most of
Mohamed Gago, Danado, Oseko
exactly.
Kofi Mbia Jr.
Exactly.
Kofi Nimo.
Beno, goalkeeper Beno, goalkeeper's staff, or
the captain.
Yes.
And Imanedia.
Yeah. I goalkeeper never, I'm saying Beno, we need Yaketwa. We have Beno, but I have Ben. Jojo, goalkeeper Jojo. That's the elder brother of the great Beno. No. Recent times, not there. Yeah, most of the boys even had very good teams to play. At such a tournament, the spotlight, the scouts, the cameras and everything. I saw Wako Amphitheater for the first time. Obi. I mean, that's why they will tell you that people play the card as Samoa Gyan's one of the most popular players on the African continent. Why? Because once you're in Africa, be brave. But World Cup, people remember him for, especially in the exploited in Germany to get in South Africa. So, Barney, so continuing this third, and you hope he will be a chance to play. I think the most important thing is he appealing to the coach to give him some playing time. Because you just seeing him in that friendly game doesn't mean that he's guaranteed, cemented the sport. Yet here you say only a few the parties and go no 70 position. The rest of there's still a lot of interest. Everybody's playing well. May I say that game against Switzerland as justify your inclusion? Because maybe the coach has some 8-9 players already in mind. You need to just add 3 or 4B. It only means that you have to be extraordinarily good in those in that game. But I don't think he gave us a bad selling. Just that the inexperience was there. Just like last time now we Kano inexperience. But fortunately no. Offside is punishable in any serial in football. Which means offside by 20 cry. The only thing is that it reduces your chances of creating goals, because at the end of the day, your opponent gets the chance to restart the game ahead of you, and he will still be doing the same thing, knowing very well that you can't beat to it. And then anyway, so but the little football left in him, in terms of skill, I don't think he's a bad player. He should really calm his nerves, enjoy his football, and tell you what, he'll be out there. I don't see him coming back to play hard to folk him in my mind's eye. At one point, some 2-3 months, some team out there will whisk him away. At least anybody who gets the chance to play at the World Cup is considered a great player, because we are a country of over 30 million people. All of us can play football. See, even one of the criteria to go and play in UK now, EPL now, then you should have played the year under review. I saw to ball national team by 70% of the time. And I think that once he's getting this awareness, aside the money, he will enhance his own career. So I agree with the coach, but it's a bit in the distance. That's what Chuba enough to say. Any moment he gets, he should brighten it. So when you have 10 minutes of playing time, it can put you out there. But his leg is 50% out of Ghana. I mean, the coach is bracing himself for it. That eventually, if he gets to Goa, but I think his pain is used, and this is what World Cup is about. They be for Kalilu Fadiga, Henry Kamara, goalkeeper Anthony Silva, Bupa Diop, Adenya. You mentioned them today because of what they did at the World Cup. You might not know a lot of Cameroonians, but a number World Cup, Oman Biye, Kana Biye, Krojamela, Moni Adene, Kaya Mupa. So World Cup there, it brings everything, and including all the memories. So I'm expecting Barnier, if God shines on him and he gets the chance, Megan in the Maka God, Mufanchemi. So I don't know opportunity. I believe he's already his way out of our Premier League, Ghana Premier League. With this opportunity offered to him. So I agree with the coaching, that's principle.
All right. Maricho.
Yes.
That's it. Maricho, you bet my group Kuba Nasa Munibia.
Yeah, or maybe you lump our 4 together and
okay.
Yes.
Maricho, but you might all bet me. Just bet my travel in the summer.
Oh, okay.
We been out tonight. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay. We're good to go.
Group 1, Group A up to Group D. So bet me Justice Amaya. Say T4 and the bomb more say soccer kakra.
Yes.
Nafi
with the young parliament that me take me one match and I'll send him a test 215. Says I wait there my any work up now. So at least I'll try to add more, but I mean 4 and I'm here major research. But if you know the time moment, we can really go.
Yes. We know. I could do 12. Oh, there is 30 minutes no. I mean, 30 minutes now, cannot there. And I said 40 minutes there. They are politics.
It's essential way. It's an interesting way. I was listening to it and none of them feel but it's more interesting.
But almost what we
group 1. We were Netherlands, one Qatar, Senegal, and Ecuador. I mean, an interesting group. I mean, group of, I would say in my mind's eye, group of equals. Why do I call them that? Because what happened? Why GB done? I would distinguish in the when GB that there. I mean, you are still learning to crawl in there. So in this group there, I think that But straight away, Netherlands, they stand a bit taller in this group. I mean, 2018 they were not able to come, but I think over the years, they managed to get some extraordinary players be helping their cause. I mean, once you mention them, it's interesting to know that Bergwijn. I didn't even know that Bergwijn was a Dutch. I mean, he's one of the major players about this tournament. But not to forget Virgil van Dijk. Yes. And also, you help me. I think when it comes to the players in India, you are an expert. You are an expert. Even you can dig. Segalam saying the players in Dianka Wakawuska play because you know them. You study them like a religion. But I would mention the notable ones here. I mean, Virgil van Dijk. I mean, it's also one of the major stakeholders of Nenebana. The later, I mean, defensively they look like yes, they're blend. Defensively they look at like a very decent squad, and I think that they are coming to this Mundial. I mean, their qualification has been succinct, more experience, no more. The young talents we saw, but Cody Gakpo, and Denzel Dumfries, and Stefan De Vrij. I mean, these are all young charges. They are really bringing to this tournament, so we are expecting them to really do well. Now, front three, the backbone of the death show help it remaining. See, I think that they have a quality team. Every team I stay in the competition. I think perennial and the achievers. It used to be Holland together with Spain, but in 2010 Spain distinguishing. Say, I mean, they joined the League of Fame. Another Hall of Famers as far as champion the World Cup started in 1930, but I believe you me, only about 8 nations have won it. That
was coincidental in 2010. They're perennial and achievers. Those two clubs,
got themselves in the final, played a very beautiful game, and 1-1. I mean, it's very interesting and. Yes. But it should tell you that the World Cup since 1913 it started with Uruguay. Only about 8 nations in the major World Cup. It should tell you that it's a tough terrain. Only a few have had distinguished amongst Brazil, Italy, Germany. I mean, when it comes to World Cup, they have more than saying Kolanko will be Branca Mukrumanka, Ombe taxis, Omeniskapa, Kobia, Akwalaba, Kobia, one World Cup, it'd be a lot of money, thousands of dollars never. So they are coming there with a relatively young, blended with experience. So they're expected to at least top this group, one way or the other. And I'm expecting almost say to me a top one group. Then the second has to do with as for Qatar. We can pardon them. They are in their association, but you see, they were on a project. At the end of the Qatar story becomes beautiful and say, about 20 years ago, they harbored the intentions of wasting this World Cup. These are countries, so they started going around their country. They even had to the extent that some rules, immigration rules had to be a Qatari crowd was lowered. And to bring some black boys in there, there's a Ghanaian boy, Bikra, this center is part of their team. Any day,
Mohamed Muntari.
Exactly, who is part of their team. When it comes to them, they are not a boy. I mean, I read this like a storybook. They went around the country, gathered them. So about 80% of the boys was just a drive that they undertook about 20 years ago when they wanted to host the World Cup. Then they built a solid side. So in terms of performance there, you can't be so sure of them. But at least they've done enough in terms of infrastructure and building the right players. These are serious countries. And Ghana, factory and sugarcane, sugarcane. You can find a way to let production meet resources, human resources. And that is what Qatar did. The most normal players. So the most of them, about 80% play back home, and they are known to have been gone through a mill that you're training for. In 2022, we expect to host the World Cup, and you'll be the young lads to really carry high the flag of Qatar. Don't disgrace us. So that's what they are really taking to this tournament. As for Senegal, we all know about them. I mean, say Manyambano, but Koulibaly, good old Koulibaly, it's good to know that he's with them. Edward Mendy, Chelsea at least are bringing 2 players into this tournament. They are working in there as African champions. Mania, another notable player for them is Mania, who is not really getting the chance to be with this team. But at least, if anything to go by, African giants working in there. For Ecuador, another perennial way, you always see them in there, but as to expecting them to do so well there, sometimes it doesn't come so well. But trust you me, I'm more CONMEBOL. They had a very fantastic qualification process, and defensively, one attribute defensively they are good. They conceded only 19 times. So it's a CONMEBOL. I'm born as a whole way. league format. Go about 8 to 10 countries in Yamobosa over a 2-year period into who tops the group camps, and maybe a 2 or 5, not system first, I've not really checked. It is some only Asia, how they really, but at least almost the 5 a bar. You expect from that format to get those 5 nations. Ecuador is working in there as a team. They were really resolute in the qualification process, and defensively they really held their own against Argentina and co. In there. So for me, it should have been easier to say Senegal, Holland will qualify, but moneyless Senegal also is a bit suspect. I mean, on any given day, he's a talisman. It's very talismanic in this team. So I'll take Holland. For me, Holland number 1. Between Ecuador and Senegal, it will be a tough battle. It will be really, really tough. I'm giving them a 50% chance. But if you push me to the wall, that at least I should take one. Senegal should qualify together with Holland. But Ecuador, still is what time. But there's always a window for host nations.
The school of the thought is Ecuador right now have some. Valencia, apart from Antonio Valencia, Valencia, he's been there and then still is going to the World Cup. And was a branch of Mose Casedo, or Bob Brighton, also Jan and Asuyepa. And the people are just talking about it. That guy is a new guy together with the old Lance. The Ecuadorians are going to do magic on the World Cup. We say Sadio Mane, is it not going to affect Senegal? Nema Ecuador if we qualify from that group now.
It will affect them very well. But interestingly, I mean, so it will put a clash between Ecuador and Senegal. I mean, they will have it on the 29th of November. It's a game to watch. Because at least one of them, anybody who gets the results, believe you me, gets a 80% chance of really qualifying. So, I say, although the say anything names, football is not just about names, but the names are not yes, and I say I say sites and names play a role. Anything in this world that we need now, as soon as I say we need it in here. So that is what if money is not part of this team, at least it blinds their confidence and it gives confidence to the Ecuadorians, the Dutch, together with Qatar for no. It will give them a bit of confidence. So it sets it beautifully, like you said. Ecuador for no among ye Bahia Browajo. You might not just know them as a powerful football nation, but anything coming from CONMEBOL, it's a serious threat. It's a serious contender. Exactly. Paraguay, you've seen what they've done in the past. You don't try them up. Maybe Bolivia, because high altitude, so that they don't always qualify. They only give us some intense moments. But as for qualification, they're tough. By Obiabaka saying, so if you are in a country where there's Chile, there's Argentina, there's Brazil, they're 4 or 5, it's always tough. You need to outstage one of them, but truth I said that it's easy to even outstage any of them. Brazil, Argentina, they are constant features. It's in kind, so then it gives you just about 60% chance of qualifying, so you can forgive them. So for me, Ecuador has that little advantage going into this one against a moneyless team, but I think they still Senegal still has that of squad to really hold their own. So like I said, their clash, at least how their first matches will go, will give us a taste of what is to happen. But whatever happens, if there's a match I wouldn't want to miss, the match between Ecuador and Senegal will give me those shivers. That's I expect one of them to really go.
So Group A, what's he say?
Yeah, Holland is supposed to really have it easily. I mean,
Holland and
then Senegal for me. Okay. Qatar, I mean, all their players in their domestic league. I was telling you that, I mean, it's a project they started, and I'm going to anticlimax. I mean, the penultimate. So they are supposed to do well, but and easy work up there. I mean, it's not for your team should be already honed, sharpened in a quality or some quality. We could share team major leagues in the world now. It's not easy for you to just use domestic, the fans and everything to really over them. And besides, Qatar is not really a football nation, so it will be a travesty. It will be interesting. I wish they could do well so that they will make the tournament more interesting. So that because it will take something off. I better say another tournament being held in another country. But if Qatar are able to qualify from this group, why not? You enjoy the ride. I mean, I want it to be a fairy tale for them. Maybe a Cinderella kind of story. I mean, very beautiful to the ears, but it doesn't exist in any serious discussion. So that's what I want to say with Qatar. But for footballing reasons, it looks more like the Dutch together with the Senegal or Ecuador should really be leave this group as victors.
All right, Group B.
Yeah, Group B. England, USA, Wales, Iran. I mean, another group of interest. I think that straight away, you can't football there. England, there's no way England should struggle in this group. I mean, and they have notable players. Even Harry Kane has been taped. I mean, he should be going for you can't go Kane race now. The opponents those things, and I'm expecting Harry Kane to really show mettle. He should not get less than 5 goals at this Mundial. I mean, these are Mundials meant for him. He's a sharp striker. He's tough. Aerially, I mean, on the ground, everything wise, penalty, you can trust an Harry Kane to it. So I'm expecting them, England, to really top this group. And you know, they still have notable players. I mean, at this time, there's Sterling, there's Rashford, Bukayo Saka, are all in this group. People are talking about the fact that Rashford, in terms of competition, Rashford shouldn't have been sent to this competition. But I think that one thing about Southgate is that he is very faithful, loyal to his the core of his team, helping him to qualify for this Mundial. We're showing his selection, and that's what he's based on, because people have gravely made spaces for Jude Bellingham. I say, why didn't they now? Even Jadon Sancho, more chance to really be with this team. Maguire. I mean, you people are like, wow, how can this player be making strides with this team? Well, Tammy Abraham from to this, so it tells you that he believes in one thing, that my core is there, my spine is okay. To be able to outstage a spine, you really need to be stronger than appetite. That's what is really taking to this tournament. So, notable absentees for them. So Ben Chilwell together with James Rees. I mean, injuries have blighted them, and there's no way Gareth Southgate will not really take them to this tournament. So, losing such players to Abraham Kakra, but they still have the quality to really top this group. I will be surprised. As for USA, I mean, I ask myself, they don't have even a striker. I mean, maybe the best player they are taking to this tournament is Pulisic. But Pulisic in there's Mackenzie. I mean, Weston Mackenzie and Tyler Adams. I mean, but the point is that reading stories about them, they are not prolific. I mean, they become names. Well, they become names. I'm always interested in Mitudin and Makwasha starts near the end. So why all the noise about you? But at least their team doesn't look bad. Their team, although the names, when I go through the names now, some of them you've not even heard them. Jesus Ferreira, Josh Sargent, Nahaji Wright, Nadia. I mean, it becomes a name on name. So, but I'm expecting them to do well. But as much as more say in the I want the pipes to be full so that you can go and have fun. And you could be Bruni back we try anything away.
It could be England and who?
Yeah, for USA, their way doesn't look way. Now, Wales if wants to win, doesn't look way too challenging. The only thing Wales is taking into this one is that 2016 UEFA Euro do semi-final. They're able to get a semi-final, but that's what one of the highest things that they've been able to do as a team. So it will be interesting, at least that being in there with the likes of the Giants in Europe, but still making it at this point, making it at this point. I'm expecting them to really, give us a performance, but we'll see there. I mean, even their qualification has not been succinct, but at least they are not a bad side at all. So they'll do Iran. I mean, during the qualifiers, they conceded only 4 goals in the AFC qualifiers now. So at least now more some informed play be Porto. A friend Mehdi Taremi. He plays for Porto. He's a star player coming to this tournament. In the back countries like Iran, about 10 qualifying matches considered just 4 goals. Now countries like Iran, they are a constant feature of the World Cup. Saudi Arabia, Iran, these are countries you expect them to do well. Now, Asian football is also on the rise. As much as a lot of listening here, you cannot fault it. I think that it's just an okay one. England supposed to navigate this 3 easily. Second team to qualify. I mean, a very tough one for me. I mean, because they look like minnows. They look like teams that are not expected to give a lot of strength. Maybe I think that American footballers, American soccer, was in American football, I'm sure you throw off. American soccer has really gone through the mill to come of age. But I still think that they have something basically not right. Maybe they want to remain competitive until they are bringing a lot of foreign players into homegrown talents and are not really being showcased to the really core near there. So it will make it tough for them. So I want to see Iran and England, Iran qualify with England. And you know, I say this because I also have a conspiracy theory that works so well for me. The World Cup, the World Continent, the countries in that continent really stage some cameos. It's very interesting to write about. Last time around was Japan, South Korea 2002. You saw what Korea did. Even when we went to Russia, you saw what Russia did. The last time we were in Russia. When we came to the African continent, you saw what Ghana did. I mean, the best we could do for ourselves. Until you go back to Asia, I'm expecting Iran to really come to the party with their support, with their mechanism and their compact unit. They look very impermeable. I mean, to just consider 4 goals in 10 games qualifiers today, it tells you that the position might not be just the normal ones that maybe Bahrain, Turkmenistan and those countries, Dubai for now they're not the boy, but at least it still doesn't take away the fact that they have a compact team because they are playing among equals, so they have their head up. So Group B for me, I'm tipping England to go with Iran. I say Iran. US will, yeah, they will give some opposition, but I don't expect them to really do anything so different. Yeah, so Iran, England for me, but England being group leaders.
Okay.
Group C. I mean, Argentina. It's Argentina's to lose. I mean, if there's been any World Cup, you expect them to really do so well. This is the group. I'm expecting them to outplay, outclass, outmaneuver the opponents that they have there. I mean, and interesting. I'm an Argentine by heart. That's why if there's one football nation that I grew up admiring, I mean, it's Argentina because of Maradona. And I really learned about Argentine football near the end. I mean, in that spirit. So Messi, this should be his Messi World Cup. I mean, maybe he's old at 37 there, and Kovac say, I mean, he's no more a little boy. So at 35, sorry, but he's 35 now. Ronaldo is at 37. It should be his World Cup. Although we've lost, he might have lost a lot of steam in weighing him. But I think if there's anything in this world that Messi is hungry for, it's a World Cup. I mean, once he gets a World Cup, you can put him in that pantheon of greats, because there's an honorable list that is always been displayed out there. Maybe they will play Pelé, Maradona, Zidane, Ronaldinho. You can put in Messi in that pantheon or in that league. But because they choose the odd one out, it becomes a little easier. Say, now we ball this with the odd one out there. Now, so I can say, winning World Cup near there. Maybe for 2 days not win the Champions League, but we got somewhere around and yet a brutal competition. No one said I'm a boy in mainland Bibre, although Maradona played in Naples and Barcelona near there. So Messi's motivation is bigger to win this World Cup. So I'm expecting the Argentines also. You could see the effort. For a long time, Krana, they've not been able to win their Copa America. But last time around, with the likes of Di Maria and Messi was able to hold his own against them. So possibly it might be his last World Cup too. One example is entertaining those way, but I think if he still plays football, he has one. Spain, Mexico, USA, 2026 nearby. This is where the World Cup is coming.
But I'm not going to say Argentina. No time now, no more World Cup. No more defensive unity, goalkeeping unity. No, shada anko But this time around, no. The person of Emilio Martinez, Aston Villa. The
goalkeeper.
Defensive partners like Desandro Martinez, Manchester United, Christian Romero, Tottenham Hotspur. Oko midfielders, so more Paradise, or more Messi, the 4 line, no more some Lautaro Martinez, and Angel Di Maria, so elbow. And this crop of players, I'm more J. Dana Okano, coming more former year, Omoboy, last time Mokoji.
Yes. So
until they have message last year, do you think, sir? I'm ready to. Do you think, sir?
Yeah.
The Argentina, they're going to play for Messi to win this particular World Cup?
They should, and they don't have any other thing. I mean, if there's it's an alpha male. If you lose Messi, it's as good as losing some 5 players. I've not really been following him like a I never said a woman since he joined PSG. So I've been taking snapshots of him, but at least he's still scoring, he's still creating chances, and he's still one of the biggest players that the French league has gotten in a long while. And just like you rightly said, if there's one thing going for them this time around, they have a balance of squad. In the past, we won't say, I mean, forward line, this legendary player, boy, on Munji League defender or a striker. Higuain. I mean, people have always blamed him. I mean, we've seen the likes of Mascherano, Niadinha. They've always had a very good team, but there's always one Achilles heel. I mean, the Achilles heel story was made for them. Messi just needed a compliment.
Defenders, you call Otamendi.
I mean, so it tells you that they've undergone through a lot of recycling. But this time around, I think they have the finest fare that they can use to make the best of clothes, and that is what they are really carrying to this tournament. So, in principle, they this time around they'll do well. I mean, just like you said, from goalkeeping right down to their outfield players in the middle, outfield players, it looks like a balanced team. Serious great teams out there. Not to round out Otamendi, but he's never really been good. But I mean, he found himself being an Argentine, so he had to be part of the squad. So this time around, I'm expecting them to really run routes. My first game against Saudi Arabia should give me that chills.
And that group, what do you think?
Argentina will qualify
together with who?
And you see, Poland, as much as they might not be flamboyant, Lewandowski's Poland. Anytime they go to competitions, they normally really do well. And now Mexico, so Amuko World Cup, they hardly get out of the first round. I remember so well. South America near the end. South Africa. I mean, they are expected to get out of their group. 7 times Amuko World Cup in Yano. The last 7 times in Yano, they are able to get out of the group stage on skate. L3. I'm from L3. The three. So if anything to go by, if history will repeat itself, Saudi Arabia for me will be the underdogs of the team. This is Poland, who have a way of also qualifying. Euros they will do what the last 4 Euros they qualified out of their group. The last 3 World Cups they qualified out of their group. Mexico the last 7 times.
Argentina
with a whole lecture on China. They catch us. Whatever my idea with there, man now. Okay. And it's going to be tough. Our right of side, Saudi Arabia, where we are going is very close to home. So it's more like home away from home for them. So it's a group Argentina Penny Unity. At Trinity, I mean, only God can take them out. Not even someone topic group, interestingly, someone topic group in problem. I mean, on next team on Mission because all those parents have been are also out. So virtually, they start in who they are France. Someone top in France and so on. They look like group A, group C, group D. Winner will the second will be clash or honor. Argentina is supposed to qualify. Between Poland and Mexico. Tough. But I'll go for Mexico because it's the World Cup, it's the L3, and they know how to play the World Cup and they know how to qualify. Sticking my neck out, I'm going for Argentina, Mexico to qualify out of this group.
Okay.
Yeah.
And after group
Mexico, Group D, move on. Group D, Australia, France, Denmark, Tunisia. I mean, another wild group. It had been any year France is going to a World Cup with low spirit. This very one. I mean, these are in the past decade, another 20 years. France football has really gotten on the high. And they are working even there as defending champions. And one thing which can work against them is that it's not easy to defend your World Cup. I think only Brazil has done it, 52, 56. No, 52. I mean, those times in them. Now, I'm the 58, 62. I mean, they were able to win it back to back. If you want to be an I mean, so it tells you that it's really tough. And France going into this World Cup, some of their star players, the major proponents. I mean, Brofo and the Matthew Radio Super proponents. I'm gonna wait for other committee. Proponents means some more accused and I say when. And N'Golo Kante together Paul Pogba. I mean, you cannot write France history in recent times, without mentioning them, they will not be at this Mundial due to injuries. I mean, it's a tough call for them, but it still doesn't take anything away from them. They're still a good side. You know, there's this thing to the last 2 times that France shot Denmark are shown. I mean, that's what sets this group ablaze. I mean, the last 2 competitive matches on Mabon, they were able to get results. In Kuku, so not really getting the chance to go to this World Cup due to injuries. Because Benzema, good as he is just like a typical Partey. He's also been blighted with a lot of injuries. If they lose him in there, I bet you when I kill Mbappe himself, he's not able to sort it. Maybe he's still one of the greatest players, but he's been surrounded with a lot of unnecessary off the pitch issues near there. But still remains their biggest exports and also target going into this World Cup. So France a bad mukakra, but I still expect them to really get it. To get out of this group. I mean, last time around it was France here, okay, so what, 2002. After winning the World Cup, they came back with 90% of the same players. Winning the World Cup in France 98, they came back with Thierry Henry, Dimitri Jokaev, Marcel Munya. They were part of that team, but they were not able to do anything extraordinary in 2002. So maybe history has a way of really playing France out of the equation after winning the tournament. I'm only hoping that this time around, they were friend permutations and combinations. Your key center, your key near the back permutation there. If you add 3 numbers on the left, now we'll cross your bones and value money in your pet. And what the same answer, Chesa Massa, Chesa wins only 77, 91, 1, Ubenya 167, Chesa 77, 91, and your friend permutations and combinations and time for. But it makes sense that it can be a coincidence that all the numbers are. It can be a coincidence that France wins a World Cup, then the next 4 years they go to the World Cup. Some of their biggest stars begin to fall before the tournament, making the team look like a weaker side in there. So they have to be careful because Denmark has the antidote against them. Maybe Tunisia, I mean Africa's own Tunisia is also in there. They've always tried to be you see, I say soldiers and Caribbean problem. From like bomb that's what happens in Tunisia. I don't remember.
2018 crown.
Yes.
And a group on with England. I say, Boboni now. Last minute.
If it's so.
I'm concentration. I mean, free.
So painful.
That game, cry if the draw crown and get me for play mom.
Exactly. So painful. So Tunisia, I mean, World Cup, they are just a name in there. For Australia, I mean, they found the easier way to qualify. I'm saying first, no more OFC, Senior Football Confederation. Now, with the first 0.5, no, I could bought the 5.5. The 6 team in away, or senior, CONMEBOL. Now they are qualifying, and they were not having it easy, so they decided to go through the Asian route. And some join Asian qualifiers. Now it has been easier. Some qualify because we're bit too quick to do Melbourne and not Sydney on the show. No more about Bahrain near the other. So at least it has been easier for them to qualify for the World Cup now. But if anything to go by, I'm expecting the 2 European teams to qualify. The rest will be there to watch them and see what they can do. They don't have the penchant for qualifying. Tunisia and Australia, they don't have the penchant. It'll be because have Australia, but Tunisia there. I mean, their friendly matches has not been bad, but I don't know. They don't have the wow factor for me. So sticking my neck based on the statistics and what football brings to us in there, I'm expecting the Scandinavian country to qualify alongside France. But France need to be careful because history is not in their favor.
The first team is France?
France, second Denmark.
Denmark, okay.
But history is not favoring France. To us winning the World Cup, maybe on a good day we'll do it too. I don't see France. I'll give them just a 45% chance of winning this Mundial.
Okay, Manichu analysis no they're talking about friendly matches and the friendly matches because you see Meno Casado, Cameroon, Panama, and they 1-1. And Belgium, and so Egypt are shown 2-1. Mo Salah and Trezeguet and the share.
Wow, Belgium.
Yeah,
Belgium squad nan come in Belgium.
Belgium squad no. Thibaut Courtois, Zeno Debe, Toby Underwood, and Tiati, and Timothy Cassania, Hans Vanka, Aleza Versata, and Yannick Carrasco,
Kevin
De Bruyne, Eden Hazard, and Michi Bashwai.
This is their team. Maybe Lukaku. Where's Lukaku? It tells you that, I mean, they need to be careful. But Egypt were just blighted by Senegal. I mean, we always knew that you lose one great team at the World Cup, but with the two of them really meeting. So, but it's good. Maybe you see at this point, you know, over reliance on friendly matches too can really give you a bit of headache because teams are also protecting their legs. There's no point being given for pre-match preparation at the World Cup. You do on 10 friendly matches, your first game you can lose, it doesn't matter anymore. Some teams are really looking at their tactics now, but if I say friendly games just before a tournament, and it's also you should take it serious because it gives you confidence, it gives you the understanding, it gives you that tactics is working. You know, you have everything, all the added impetus going to a competition. That's what friendly games before. Say boy, we say about friendly games, and you project. It's a project. You finish it. You build another one for another project. That one will now begin to use prospects and rough edges now. So you roughing the bad edges, and also a cut diamond and you will be at go undergoes the mill. So that's where I have a bit of issue. That's this Belgian team. They're supposed to do well. Not say Egypt chill. Not say maybe Egypt has nothing to lose. They want to play to
Mustafa Mohamed.
Yes.
And I share first goal. And Trezeguet. Look at Trezeguet.
Yeah, I'm kind of
access for more Salah. And enough of the sports news, you know, because World Cup you can say Germany tuna on World Cup most of them there. Yes, I did between. And the batch call Facebook na and go for a year more than 1 or 2 be. You can kind of feel for transition and call politics. Na be to me and call kind. My about say good afternoon, my people, and I feel Isaac Mensah or say good morning, Unity Radio. And I could just Sempa Furniture. Say good afternoon to you, listeners from Kojo Sempa Furniture was there or by advert. And I'm Alice Carl. Say good morning, brothers. Great job done for Mother Ghana. God bless you. Amen. And Isaac Mensah, I see Nigeria team has been already taking the losing points from Portugal. So we are all set to beat Portugal by 3-1. Go Ghana. Isaac Mensah, hey, Okukodu. I say, King Kalusha, please. Portugal will not qualify for the next stage. Uruguay and Ghana will qualify for the next stage. Isaac Mensah there or some of the Abano. I said, that's sad, but he can be with the team for moral support. It is very sad. Roka Sadio Mani and Semnono. And obviously, Manicho, please welcome on board. Isaac Mensah and Felix Osafo. I say, Kalusha, greetings to you all and happy Thanksgiving. Good job. And as you mentioned, Egypt team okay now the scoreline by the time I normally did 2-0 by 2-1. And Isaac Mensah, Manicho, you really understand soccer, but Ghana and Uruguay will progress to the next stage. Thank you, Isaac Mensah Susema or the Abba. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, Diane Abba call politics in na yakoka politics bi because e ba na anka politics na dey say ejako no kwantia enti yenti say we na say the politics no ahwehwehwe so timan you feed any fear Unity Radio 103.9 when you feed any for we na say the politics no ahwehwehwe so sorry e ba say say sorry. It's your call now for Akofa, the media na for the politics no abolition no be to come. The man you feeding for Unity Radio.
Yeah, my friend, our problem is our leaders. You remember our great grandmother? Yeah, Santwa. Did she depend on World Bank? Did she depend on Abrofo? She didn't. Right? And you change, Oduma Kuma Tradion Pong, Woso, Otutu Tata, you know, Baba Bibi Baba. You don't stand up for your rights. Democracy means if you do not criticize your condition, you understand, you're a traitor to the nation. Go see the castle. Go see the people they got there. Dr. Kwame Naminimshi, he's there. Professor Dr. Mwasam Kwana Mishai, he's there. Dr. Professor Emeritus Kitwabiana Miredi, he's there. Nana Kuntumpo the first, he's there. You know, Evangelist, Bishop, Asori Sikakwana Miria, they are there. You know, they don't do nothing for you. We have no water. We have no light. Look, a small road they're building, they can't do it. From Accra to Kumasi should be a 4-lane highway. And I'll build it because I know how to build it.
Kofi Wayo no and ordering some atutu no. And this all is some area. Necessary. Young for Western can when nothing NTSim or politics.
Asam paetia Obayan sapusu obunuye wankana asam Tema futu sam kakre wa supeme Yo kofi Oman ya woman Omani ya mamana Yenyi baby ako Wachata ya wareni Wonsom wanyinyi pa Asadi pa wofyo ye
Yambe no enya court dada enti afi ese yetisi mo politics ni na afi ya ka politics na afi bie phone line cinema o ma dwumade ni o mu dia no no mo so be che o ma dwen obi a che na dwen na ntumi enye o ma nga na ye dwako ya didi sue no ma so asi medi dwumade ni bro Anochi Chrome restaurant Asamas Trading Dan Auto Repairs Dr. Kwabi Scientific Care Gold Coast Catering Kumasi Market Anochi Trading and Lemonade Finance. Sajma Kwe and our master Asia and a day and a pay Jimedi a bro. And see young Chinchas young corner, young far politics and share so na bibi antimi konkan. Maricho, ya tesi politics ni manu na nkoma aba ne say they say MPP Papa Bako. The fellow Bribuan. Or say Alan Chamadi can never beat Baumia in Ashanti region. No, Omanicho, Obi say Obiti the crow and Biti the crown now. If I saw a Ghana for me because the last you say Ghana for crown, Omoya up about MPP form. But then Alan and Baumia in race and so on. And one of the MPP for you say Nadia Alan Chamadi of Maximum dear. But we sure say Baumia. Ebetimi Edin Kudim ewo Alancha Matisu ewo kuma Ashanti region now yes aso the other say eventually no Baumia na bia onhwe obey year na obey flag bearer for
I think they are inching closer to their flag bearership. I mean it has to start from Unsomaye regional na Amaye constituent police station abe constituency abe regional and abe national until see the most likely contest before the 2024 elections in December has to do with the presidential candidate, and Nana Akufo-Addo has completed this mandated announced to say legal 2 terms. I mean you're running currently with it announced similar to the American system. That why idea we are within 8 years is enough to really do it as the #1 gentleman of the land. Into a then they have to undergo that scrutiny to get a new person. Around this time there, Amoka say in the reality is that Amushadan BA were nominations no Amushadan BA for people to start, but Obia yeah I mean these are times there's lobbying, there's everything going on for whom you like and whom you really want to hold this one. I'm thinking that Obibuan is a former minister of state. There was accommodating to say there was an opinion poll. Then polls, the poll predicted that Alancha Manton will beat Baumia hands down in the Ashanti region. Now, a radio program near Bisano. Then he also had to display this one. He also had to speak and say there's no way, there's no man born of a woman. Exactly so you see it. Who can beat Baumia in the Ashanti region? It's an interesting one. I mean, around this time there, Obia showcasing the talent and where they want the white part to be. I say, Yedi Fufu be farm no man no YF. Obi say from born nim, Obi say from born atas, Obi say from born now. So you choose Obia one interest. At the end of the day, in others to say that, I mean, I'm happy you said that. Who best to help Ghana? But some way saying, and now quite a interest. Okay, maybe I'm closer to the shot. Into which way, mamma, many better those things now. people are looking at. But I think it's going to be a one hell of a contest, because it's more like choosing. It's a dilemma. Some of us were old enough to see what happened in 2007 when Alan Cash had one of the most flamboyant and best campaigns. I mean, Alan Cash in your pocket, Alan Cash, blah blah blah. Then there was a message that MPP, they are very conservative. I said loading cars. Say car that no is winning in 2 years. Walk out from them Emma. I mean, yeah, those times you go for car Accra station. Would one of say Benz 38 seater that debis one what they call Accra was sitting. You would not see when back sitting put there. We would not see Sinyachi because the road was not good. Making soon a passes on posh way Leyland track even so in chance or need to away never. But when Koya Wema, it's either you waste your time over ball and guard no action and answer say over phone is what you may contempt. So that's what happens in a typical contest. But it looks like about 16 years on, people have changed their minds on it. Yebedu stage here, people feel that no, it's about those were archaic thoughts. So Biabana he's better and well positioned and well placed from 2012. He said they come and say Ali Muhammad, as much as he was a vice president, he was virtually not really in the space. Yeah, Kaso be a distinguishing. I take bullets, I bite bullets. I'm an MPP as a vice president. You can't write off Bawumia if you go past Bawumia. So Bibeka Church will take another 30-40 years for another vice president or somebody from the north to get the nod of MPP. Into Bawumia looks like the most likely candidate, strategic candidate to win them the presidential. Me who be some margin them nene one po. Say Bawumia is then one catch them the ratings go from. If they will be truthful to themselves, sometimes they say they could do say no be bekan, but see can say in some about Bawumia can ya. Maybe some of us had faith in him. But my economics I say we textbook economics. I mean where we are now. You see we mboni dimpo. Meet essential way no. Bibia the finance minister. Bawumia when he was touting doing lectures on my Misata 177 questions. The man took it to his grave. He couldn't answer. Because he felt he had the answer for way, which is true. IMF going to IMF is mismanaged economy near there. Then when you come, you couldn't have a robust. The Bawumia when there, facade nimpo there, you take it off the face. So beside me personal way are based on a Juma Maya Cheya. I mean from Muhammad Nubi, I make me address why you tell me then who should rule Ghana. Then I'll tell you if I'm a brofo. Okay. I'm forced to enter those realms. Okay. So the assistant now, the big boy in there, he's only doing the bidding of his paymasters. For political purposes? Yes, of his paymasters. Okay. Because they are looking at the bigger picture together with Kwesi Wusumo there. I'm on where they stand. It's a massa. I deal with their top one. You can't defend. Okay. Because the whole concept of I come for party, and I say, not now has risen to this pointer. But listen to Kobne J. Japon to tell you that, massa. Yeah, dear sir. It's a party, you have to work for it. And you have to come from somewhere. He's so young. Okay. So when young presidential this time, he still has opportunity. The same thing they told Alan Cash. Say, Wusa, what time beson? Akufo-Addo is going 80. Let's give him the push. Okay. So all these things will be played at the way. So by this time, people will be bold to show their faces near there. So let's see how it goes. He feels that he's in Ashanti region. He feels it, knows it. It's Ashanti there. They think about Mia for them. They are not going for their own. Cash is half Ashanti, half Fanti. But they feel that for political expediency, they want Bawumia to go out. You're not doing watch it. So let's see Killer Beula show. You show how the movie really pans out and went. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Manichu. Manichu, I call the next story, no? Yeah. I'll say the Public Interest and Accountability Committee. Almost so in 7 hours or 2 just say Argentina minister, foreign Mr. Foreign Minister, Finance Minister, or $100 million in an offshore account. Sky was meant to be paid into our accounts for Ghana for the first half of the year. The $100 million. To Jubilee Oil Holding Limited accounts are outside Ghana. And say almost so Omudiano Baba say say no my say say illegal. But then GMPC Deputy CEO say it doesn't not see any illegality in that manner. And I back and forth almost so mudi ho abobo. Manicho. Saska ya tifi ye oil ya wo a year na can was 10%. Na enya ska ni bisusu a. Adentina
we here say finance minister on first can be because from look of things the open say this can be quite our baby now you need to go through parliament we need the but Madisho uncle baby and then to me now finance minister no wa so this ska offshore accounting and no I pack for no because illegal because you not go through the process when I pack for no say and some more can asumu na asumu so then I say finance minister be ya 1 year wama say Sikano say kwakwa Ghana afford you so the koye dey intimi manager.
You see, I will not try to speak like as an expert because I'm not an expert in this field and I don't know everything from archaeology to zoology, but I do be kakra ye ready near sure the anyansa to make sense to I'll break it down to ordinary people who are like me to also understand the issues. It might not be the topmost, but at least we need some clarity on this thing. And you couldn't have said it any better. It has to do with oil revenue. Now, this is the Public Interest and Account Committee, PIAC. Because it's coming up in the name of votes of censure. Finance minister has done a lot of. People call people say meeting unconstitutional. They say no, you should say unlawful. They say they should use illegal because unconstitutional becomes a very big word. It's even treasonable. So because everything should be in the constitution. I mean, meaning he's guided. He doesn't want maybe when in that regard I can say it, but to use it's only a Supreme Court and as ultimately said something is unconstitutional, not even the way. But with the law is there to say A should be given to B, not commercial. I work just a master constitution is to say, but even still the interpretation will come. Into share my little understanding. I mean, in this moment of stress in our day, not seeing 100 million and why should he be sitting in offshore accounts? I mean, maybe that's why I said maybe the economists in some of these deals can tell us better. But from day one, I quite say Japan, but it's how when we follow a crack, I say JC. You call some countries be tax havens, ever enjoy tax havens near there. I think experts are speaking that in principle it doesn't make a lot of good judgment to go and put them in offshore accounts. A proponent Abana Shaw Monsaso say, you know what, we gave it to them, you gave it to Akufo-Addo to get his charges to run this country. The only thin line that we are treading on is that say problems in the bar. Then no more money you could do pension when they can say na experts now and also say academia and professionals and they are not telling they are not talking. Among Bunsu there, the president from day one admonish us to be citizens and not spectators. Into what Ghana, which happens in this country. At the end of the day, no, America will always seek its interest. Or the best I know same crapper. Or Bisano won't say okay, into what one back right then or bet you I am America. Unless we could try and show but based on the school, what they say they buy, you know how you went through it because they know very well that you have something. Even if you don't come back, you can adapt to to build their country for them because 99% of the people here are immigrants. You bet China, Italian, German, American, and they don't even lose your roots. Turkish this. They always want you to keep your originality. It is allowed. A Ghanaian American, you come be a church or I'm using this to tell you that interest is what matters here. That as lay as I am, not a prophet, and I say, well, I don't seem to understand this whole brouhaha. That Sikaka cry and you're caught to offshore account because I can say this car to be and yes, it's the same so I must A to B. It's just a system. Say, would come more be one of the running economy near there. Now, woman will struggle. That's my whole understanding. You can say, Musikada banker, more $100,000 go banker. Kalisha, the money is not sitting in the bank there. It could be votes and there. The money is being used elsewhere to run something. Or being young for so do also. Yours is over by Beji. To be catch as a massa. I bet people tell you that one of the easiest things to do is to open a bank. Obi when you see kind of the bro, what this kind of thing? Someone catch and say, "Mesato for bringing the money to me every month. You are metal $10. Mesa you Susu can I from the mobile loan aside in iska. You want Bernard the chain way. It comes with risk. Obega just say no. Bisu this cannot find Banobi in Bakon Yenisika. Or no, be say Nyami Odo. Take Kabobonyum. So in principle, no. Not acting too much as an expert in this. I side with the whole idea of going to put that money in an offshore account. When that money can be made to circulate in our own system for us to start getting things to do. So I'm for those who are believing that those who like that's whole idea, because Africa now, I don't think that America will score Chroma here. Are they putting them offshore accounts in Ghana and Egypt in idea? You know, we should grow up, because we are screwing ourselves up. As far as I'm concerned, you see, do say that then they use a brofo kesiye, any economic terms, any idea, legal terms, just to confuse the ordinary person. But the basics will be left unattended. That's at the end of the day. Money is money. We ask Kalisha, what them 50, them do 100. Now say from 50 I'm 400 amount. You catch Nkwala, Mom Jaisun. Balance me 50 and you are good to go. At the end of the day, you solved our issues. So it's Kana, yeah, at the end. Why do we go and put the little we have in foreign accounts, offshore accounts? I mean, what's the sense in some of these things? As much as possible, you should find out to cut our losses. It's just like, you see, reason. They be say, Kalisha, what did you papa temponents will be bisawa? You find a very good reason I would did not attempt. So remember, sometimes I don't ask for reasons and excuses. Maybe I learned it late. You can disappoint anybody, so be disappointed when I say, oh yeah. Would decide live your life, man? You don't let things, you don't take things to heart. Or we got just watch chamba be home. That's when me just laugh it off. A human nature. Once you catch you to be one community. So they should make sense to us. While we are all over the place chasing $1 billion in a day, $1 billion from we. But yes, you can need to go offshore account. It doesn't wash for me. So I will go with the PIAC man saying that we need to find ways around this or your revenues are. Yeah, find ways to go and put them there. Because Japan, it doesn't really wash for me. Let's cut our losses by keeping the money internally. Okay, thank you so much, Manichu. Manichu, where sorry, it's not canon. Represent I can't in our boom. Yeah, they do already kakrane. Yeah, after Mr. Tefi, Dr. Mwakoba, and also the Sembia Betuja. Say, Dr. Richard Mwakoba, a political science lecturer at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, also has explained why the government NPP party is virtually non-existent in its current state. And also say, I'm so this MPP no, party no ankasa because the party are more mechanism go there at least amount for kasa beti. I say the party is not existent because the president has captured it. It's like he does not care about the fortunes of the party after he's gone. Yes. Also after he's gone. And now we call another story so Oforiata na so or say it will be a world wonder if Oforiata survive censorship motion. Rocket Hagen. Yes, South no. On say how proceedings in this echo friends in parliament on sure say after the proceedings Oforiata a person Minister for Finance beam until no so nesema or de abanonom. Our Oforiata says seminar minorities so chastising the chairman, the co-chairman of the committee, advocate committee, IFN, Kwabena Tahe Hammond. What do that name say? KT Hammond, no, sir, or no, the councillor or a council for Oforiata Gabriel Chidako, and coaching in some Keka, and also do both food in they say, Omukasa and the Anama undermining integrity as an honorable person of parliament, you know him, Jobeka. And say, oh, you about that is unfair, outrageous, and insulting of his intelligence. So I know, and also so hacker. And after you call another story, so one, Mr. Dr. Sebefia Bekaya, President Warren, yes, on the party, Dr. Akofa Sebefia. And also say, MPP4, for 80 now, or more, sorry, you know, or say, the anti-Oforiata MPP save Ghana. Also, Sanko for no my idea, pa, say, and come on, sorry, a Katasu Mimiasusa, no more on my unity, it me abwa, ama save Ghana for Ipa, on also so in some Mawakan. And I say, a call gentle giant, on also, and Kakba to myself, and Kapapano invite a Kofona, Mari Voti, and I say MPP for now, say, Omoyeni Kenofata and Fuono. Nko bo fe na mama befi na mafo bebre fi se nka
ono mkodi nkomo nka ono gentle judge ka chom say o form so nanka o metu papa na se banche nka muntu ono say da bi da enye sa na etse. I've not invited MPs calling for artist exit and so na the gentle judge ono so asema ono so akokano no edimani cho sensem we na ofori ata hun sensem any 10 minutes aka we ni no fadu if you can do justice to it and afi men aka no fama tiefo na afi yes sorry fridge media so maniko.
Yeah, 10 minutes not enough, but you try to do the best that you can in this regard. Yes, I mean it's Ghana Assembly won't be that, so you always try to say some and leave some, especially if you a running story.
Yeah, also a running story, cry.
Exactly. I mean, I was listening to the votes of censure now there, so when we get there, it will be more interesting. See, your best are NPP non-existent. Akufo-Addo has captured it by Gideon Amakoban. I mean, I was reading the story. I think he was interviewed, or Kasa say. It looks like he's not Akufo-Addo is not listening.
Well, Dr. Richard Amakoban.
Yeah, Richard Amakoban. Sorry, forgive me. Yeah, Gideon Richard.
Gideon vice president.
Okay. Anyway, lecturer. Lecturer. At least Richard Amakoban, Gideon Dr. Amakoban, vice president, special aid.
Gideon Buako.
Let's keep to the lecturer who has been very vociferous, very loud on some of these issues.
That's right.
Is one of the last time we can say leading member near the and shada ni locus war your politics because you shada for mancophobia and I say how does one become a leading member? I'm guided now to say about Makoban, a known MPP activist. I mean sometimes you can't use some of these words too for everyone. So be t-shirts and baby na so where you call him an activist, MPP activist. Obi so at that level he's been part of delegation near the end. So how do you call him just an MPP person? Hey, maybe I'll just leave it as my leading. Or score because it makes it beautiful. And or can say MPP is non-existent. It looks like it's been captured because the truth is that it looks like one man is running the show and not listening to anybody.
That's right.
Because he do stage be a wawu MPs. Cry kase. This man, you know what? He's done his bit. It's not that he's bad. Don't say. She said, I listen to this because sometimes I was in a quagmire myself. I was in a mess bag because I'm like, why MPP for some of the MPPs they do become 237 because 98 now 137 so I say it looks like a choosing like 40-45 depend on more neutral. They are not talking, but 98 be your muti say they want him to go. Now NDC funds here in unison. I mean for political expediency no. I mean life is funny. Why somebody would say he's praising MPP people, sometimes you have to understand because at least baby there will be a mutiny. I don't believe that would nipa 10 tina baby. That was sometimes make the Ashantis way. I love them to that point too. Omuya 10 omunya ba ko abrochi or to bibia mo munyina obenya tribu ma omuga se nu ye mohi oh ye bra penime mine no odwins when you skenti ofra no kan open jana sema no. They don't like him because he's giving them money and controlling them or telling them what to do. There's no in all the 10 of them. The point is, what can you know as somebody no. But naturally, that instinct that no, I don't think I like him. I'm the eldest, so I know what it takes. That attitude. So 137 in Poyata should go. Wow, it's an interesting debate. It's possible. Some of us may sitting, I think that he's outlived his usefulness. Why are there 7 years dollar cost there? So take a bow. You see, but we are here today because maybe the NDC believes that.
He's very sorry for the hardship.
Yeah, one of your stories. Yeah, you see, people feel that you've gotten to that crossroads for MPP. 98 Métier, Honorable Apia Kubi. I see they want him to go, but NDC so say no why any my body be any here. You see where we are now.
Sorry, they are sorry.
Yeah, we are sorry for that.
For what?
But he says you turn the tide. first admission of a wrong is the first way towards solving it. Once we catch us as Ghana, your problems is say MPP no led by Akufo-Addo, they don't agree that they've done anything untoward in the Haship Ghana. Omu say omu de ankomu ye new Ghana problems here when you COVID, Ukraine and Russia. Into omu de omu ye. That is where some of us get mad at them. Say they don't believe that austerity measures. So if they had done things well, either in America and Germany, they were hit. Nobody ran away from it. But still, because they have a robust economy, things are not that bad. Things are not just too bad. Yeah, it's America. They all catch them say bad. Fine, maybe for some reasons we hear Juma, we say, I understand. But I want them there. You can get something small to do. You get food to eat. That's how the system is. But Ghana, no, able-bodied men are not getting jobs.
That's right.
That is where the problem is. Bear marking think cannot post in a post or boss him not on I'm a committee TV remote or turn TV remote at Mobi. I mean, these are men who should work. Buying and selling podi, Oko Walmart, I should want Kakraka, Nipa send a manager. Oko Duma, Nipa Guano. What be factory be na muye Juma. It's better. I've been in China before. Some of us we lived in China, lived in UK, lived in US. So we are not still on one page. Yeah, seminar, you be about 4 chapters in your kind. What they would say 1 page now will be chapter 1 and what kind of was winning BBR. You've not been anywhere, you not experienced anything. It doesn't know me, you don't know, but sometimes you feel it knows it. Experience is everything. There's a reason Obama will leave America to come to Ghana to come and watch Cape Coast Castle. You can't come Cameroon with Johnny and Chanchano. But you have to go there himself.
Well, let's say me now. Remember the tough I'm on phone now, Kase. Tanko. So what is preventing the president to let him go?
You see, because there's no time, there are 3 things for him to go. Either the president sacks him, he resigns, or Parliament do a vote of censure. There are 3 things. The easiest would have been the president sacking him. Another easier would have been him going. The most difficult is the vote of censure. What I wanted to go there because to make it easier, because everybody's in a conundrum. And then people say, why are you going through this? The point is that they agree in unison in Sonko, but NDC feels that no, yeah, man, we're deep on constitution. We understand so there. Then the man has a right to come and explain himself. You can't, before you judge a man, you have to hear him. So Akua Kubika say, so what's the end game for the NDC people? End game, they say. Yeah, kwa kra na ye fikumasi ne yedu away ye fita kra ne yedu kaswa ne nya ya agya tum se ebedun kra ne de no for yata esi afika anim more endings want to no we di boniti ye say cast bonne no nti ensa echi embrata kra ne ensa be start journey no that's where we are now, because at the end of the day we essential we no na sem dem oyina no nyina awie na se mo ka se oh my finance nyem se onye bonne bia. Then what happens? If he's able to answer you, and then so 8-member committee, 3 year, 4 year, 4 year. Maybe I'm a report. See, and they say it'll be before, but maybe I'm a report. Some they come with parliament here in debate. The bigger chamber, because you're also a parliament on its own, because they're standing on the Snadinia say you accord them the respect just like work of parliament. But the point here is that once those questions are answered and a toss move here, what will you do? Will you go back to tell them that man on Yeshi? Because I think MPP standpoint of sacking the man is that if we've lost confidence in him, but at the end of the day it happens. And you'll be intentions so bad bonny, but you be not in a career bonny. Because life it happens. Maybe I know back on say the idea with Makalusha. Maybe I'll better I will need because you'll be like Manicha then can say. The intentions might be clear, but the approach and everything might be wrong. I think that's where we are now. Yes, I will say yesterday. I don't know criminal charges. But I have a problem with the whole system going on. Let the man get off the seat. If you think that he's done certain things untoward, I don't think that he's shielded from anything. But when we so try, that means there's a window of hope that the man can come out unscathed. They need to be careful.
Say banner 449 4 what would be the next step? Well, right now, no, sir,
you go back to
committee is so no prolongo IMF negotiations.
Yeah,
as a prolongo how to do budget.
Exactly. Exactly. Young charges there. Sometimes they should listen, and you should listen to the whole procedure to Katie Hammond. Wow, I love this man. Everything is watered down. Dr. Ayine is trying to be too serious. The man too is trying to use experience, and it is working. You know, that's even one of your stories. That Gabi can't coach me. there's this viral video Gabi Chobi on the phone so we no point here that time na we chin a sheno ato forcing na no kasa, you know, NDC used ato forcing money there to come and explain certain things and now there because he's also been a deputy minister before. Then they asked the man to questions in uncle prepare number, so and then I say be you one. But something interesting is happening today. You be question back the lawyer or 2 lead counsels. Lawyers are question be they have to go and confer for like 2 minutes before they come and answer. Then I sit back and ask myself, the master will fire. Do you need some legal way? Sometimes Ghana and NMA we open ourselves for people to say that we are hiding something. Because me na se makwa bi na me say na me nya me ye bibia bone a ubisa this is what I did, this is yes, this is no, but every question has to go through a legal scrutiny before he answers it. Then me bisa mo say ntimo no kra no what are you doing over there? Parliament ntimo to one say na yes say hey enye no kra na ye kan but fact finding bi a fact really truth, a truth fact. The court assembly court ye penukra say ye pe evidence, and I mean sometimes it's a conundrum, it's a really confusing but sticking to Weno, I think that's where we are now. Richard Amakunwe say MPP no someone you careful, they are disintegrating it because one man is not listening to everybody. Sometimes I different consensus building. Edu baby no, do you know one thing I loved about Osla for all the problems people have with her? Like I said, I reluctantly accept to extend the date. I just said me Kami Akufo-Addo and this man is one of the best to happen to me in 7 years, in 6 years. But
I'm sure will be can I am
so do a fellow Ghanaians and explain that your finance minister is the best to happen to Ghana in the last 60 years. Boy and Obianka Ghana butu COVID we buy no sanka ye se take penny we na won maka dollar do 50 nya de nyina. But for the sake of Ghanaians, I'm being forced to hang a man who is innocent. So my pamano. Don't you think you have all the respect?
That's right.
So why are you still keeping him in there? Like you said, on to see when coaching Biana. Yes, also we're doing phone, but we're not sure your phone. So, or send a damn football US or sending something on bonds. Not ready. Any idea? But I mean, we all know what is happening there. It's a political gymnastics. You are there to make sure they don't harm your man, and then this is one to harm him. Sometimes, and then the problem you have in Ghana, you do when we get on the road. Everybody wants to drive on the side of the road, not because somebody wants to ride in the middle and really see what is the way clearly.
Okay. Thank you so much, Manucho. Now, what telling can I do a tier for so say more Madiania Mudiano, as a mobile friend now, my betcha, my dream. No manini Ghana +1 508 304 9394 +508 +1 508 304 9394 and Hase Swa 508 304 9394 Pacho wow no money 2950 no una do some Pacho maniko. Hello Pacho Telenka Pacho Telenka hello want to be so just I made them so some so be no ache wadwe na wodwumedie so enche record peace 104.3 akokofa kasebo na bibia tumi akọ nkan pacho 3255 do so pacho manenko.
Hello Kalisha.
Hello pacho betonka
Olumani osinane
yo Olumani manenko.
Yo kalumida sibe na amenchia warefo ene watiefo nyina mamenchia obiano na mechia na mesre Allah de bia se nyame mbo na ho ban no nyire nti akwanhia esa muso biara mu saso chama kojo incoming North American National Chairman mesre Allah se oninkuni Kalisha mabubo nsembe so na finance minister temo na ye kika no anande kan nti Kalisha papa yi ye ko ebai Ghana for na to abama MPP na do appoint as a finance minister and I will serve or minor. And the Ghana for say you will service you. What's the thing now? Over we are yes, okay. It's Kalusha service. Say credibility or Sora. The antina who resign on Pearl Bentina. Because my crowd also about some years, you see our service view. It's our problem, let's say. So, Nanado as a president, and we are competent, and we are competent, and we need the whole year. And can start papa we can say so that what you are so. So, Kalu me do one mentiase. Secret you on a person Ghana for doing. That secret you can MPP for winning. That secret MPs of Parliament or winning. The man communing that secret in my DNA or MPSR and paying for it and can and command to blow our Parliament. Who my age to make 11 best of your problem here? What I say?
But you call him be that cassette, Banco. Why? But why do so? Why do so? Patroyana, how do I not to mute? You do so now, Cassa, Patro. Why?
Oh my Ghana for you now to say 11 in the best of your problems in it's a tollbooth Kurana, and they are Gigi Sky, wow, man, who can't tollbooth because of 11. Minisika, me bottom, I may send you a mobile. I won't tax me, and Misikana, and Yajmabia Mano, and the best master money problem. And then when you answer money problem, you won't talk about before you pass 11. Papa, why you saying when you now body 21 over 21 billion? Every good banks and then came to me the 9 billion. I solve our problem. That particular Democrat finance minister here and can get yesterday, Capapano, and can then very day no very resign in the I'm running a dear jail. I pray up the party in our power. Getting a bank, I'll bet me the 9 billion Ghana cities. I solve name of 21 billion Ghana cities. O man won't play a cow, and then because I have no. Quite my men we had what is what the minister. We have the men, so these are the men. We have the men, women and men like Kalusha Butao. So if you have the men, so we don't have anybody in NPP or my finance minister. And again, you have the men, or money, baby, a city now go through. $30 and they say, and you're almost 16 cities. And then you top up to almost 90 cities. And the diesel quad are 300 Ghana. And the swing are 90 cities. And then you go can Greek minister, the air also, no, according to Sabodia, the ministry was a war town. It's the Akran Guana Ghana. Akran Guana Ghana. So, one was in an Alpha Cambraka and not about any Ghana. When you are incompetent, you have the men so we need to be a more. And the Kalusha the can say, so now I just want to finance minister. No finance minister, so I just want to retire. They are two, that's a new one here. And that's video exposing and the no resign. They are two, I felt a question entity, what's now so many years. When I just want Sharia, and that video man, they are finding from football. They say, if you got what do you call it? Some finance minister, and I say, but tuna, and now who for the so I just want Sakino. After 2024, or man, a changes number, that's a changes bar. Now, no more quarter, MPC more parliament, and you know, Baby, what do you do? Akufo-Addo na the whole go buy because of the 2-in-1 cycle also on. Akufo-Addo Medina won tell court was there. Court will carry mouth. Sika was the one down is Sika power say Sika bank jadi 9 million 9 billion and stop with 21 million. How good Sika about money my first transaction mo e fa bank now. We go bu one contract dey atro man. Na that day ni dua e be ye o start e mu da. O for Mamencha America for you and that be. Na mencha opo bebe o bia no Kalusha me da say
yo me so da say on my na motin en kanu me pacho wow no my 3995 no 3995 no edu so mane ko why
abajo kan Kalusha boko da so alhamdulillah na mamencha wa ankasa mencha America for you na yeni yana original national chairman wa America honum North America. Ya better say omuntu abana yede enfamano. Na mincha minu ya ulmai. Na mincha ana na ojam ana gidi se nura me hu ade bi o platform bi so na mira ho papa sani pada sani pa atini edini abonisa yamani yako na ninke opu bebi ya wobia mini ya ulmai ya wakasabi ya mechiano na ada isa akanyina anura me de putu manini se mini ya ramana ni hududomi na obeba na Kankalusia uni ana na mo hono mo gwa juma pa nyame kira mo ate na Ghana nsamne de yesi yebeka na ya jaibi na finance minister nema oyeye no se amambi suwa ni gidizen kan mo bebi amu ko ya zisi an kasamren kaware zain da na I think sande so be kasa ana se kina no be kasa so ai no mimi aya ze bitibisa Kankalusia o kata yeso o bakade yi Kankalusia
yes wana be kasa finance minister
I think it's over Kasande was about Kasasua.
Oh, so committee now mo friend no okosua ne omo bisa ne sense bi omo gusu amoye crisis here. But no from look of things require no nkasa ne councils na say lawyers no emompu na kasa man.
Okay. Anyway, Mama bi papa mi en primumra. Na kofuo yo metimo no na obo binindi na tanko foto omo mbra beja mambo na na sesen mitese na obo binindi because me tuso no na sa ko na do de sen no sede mini awulmai ena mo an kasa mu discussion no Ghana na kasa no the world to some wa kuma ndi Ghana ja wa hene ampanyi pona amudi enim no Kankalusia amudi he mo too much. So uji ura da shero bimu to beti ma da buwa so umwanan timin yede emma na Kankalusia umuri zanne anne nkini boto anan ke to 20 pesos no and 1.82 million nkini na ya fukan bibiya Ghana anno amiko bisadi amantimento wote nana kameto 20 cities 25 cities no and ahura ko du 2 million na mawe timu no Kankalusia nti maino ebe ni bedia na nado ni daumia ne min ko fodi mani ko yi ebe ni awon de traumati so enzi ya buka na yanhun bibia ze bibia yanhun ahu kaka bibia ze ya ti bedro so enzi maino tanyi fro amudie ne minister jinai no mu defenda ba ya wo yeso Kankalusia nyanin kamo na ebe ye wate.
Alright, you okay?
Ebe ye wate. Nyame be kire kana wate.
Ya do asi pi. Pacho kojo poku. Okay, babajo wete. Kojo poku edu su banen ko kojo banen ko. Kojo poku na edu su. Kojo poku na edu su no.
Kinkalu ya no wati aba bibia opo na mbia wo se nyankopo onka no oba bibia wo na mbia no ni bibia wo ye bia nyankopo enkoso anto supa emu ni so no wati ama ni twama me ai Kinkalu na wati mi ame boss assemblyman wo se me tia ni ye pa ba bibia wo na mbia so nyankopo enka no Kinkalu ya nko di tawo na obi mrabi no Kalu konza de zero nana adoda gwa gufado me wabubu elia aguna suma ma o ma ko Ghana Kasi a committee ya ukoti ya ozi committee ya muti ya ozi omunko busa no ensemi ebiaru se de se okọ ya ono mu ni nkasa o ana ekasa ma no edini bi busa the office wana otino oni lawyers net office wa ya adwuma na enti ana ono no office ensam no ono ni lawyer na eso kasa ma no apani pa na nkasa cho eti wa de bi on ma committee ya na da kwa kufado me akie e fa so bia ni so because the good time I think lawyers and I think on the questions on 1 year no ne do be idea and I think atam ko and a mama be different and na go ya interview no o say one no tin be na lawyers ada kasa ma no Kinkalu e je be ye ni e gidi atam pa na lawyers o mo be ka fa na mamu do ye dia da san na do da kwa kufado ye da san Ghana for kasa ontie na ye nyina na e ko san la Kinkalu me man tamu en to kwa pa me ko e ubuzo po be ka cho yetimi to aba ye fight ye pia pia be man na do da kwa kufa do abeji o ma kokro Ghana because o say bo be play so much I was saying you out of 10 say no na do da kwa kufa do tonight ni na finance minister na agric minister wa go for body akogu chant say dey na wo me eken eju enkan na wo dey okay e ba bo e dia no wo ye nkaka dia fine because me who do ko nkan e dey na o say ba ye dia no mo turn 40 cities and no mo turn 50 your friends 50 cities but dia no mo turn 20 cities and no mo dey 10 cities eju ye ka agric minister say no flow dia on ko region by region na nyam aduane no ko fom no obi antimi ntobi because they say Ghana ye sika ni na afra pata ejebe tena na do kwa kufado ta kometi we o chena za lawyer tate ni ye sika ga kana akaro o sa di ko chaza kometi nika tete ye ke be dollar ni nam mo ga chaza mo ba oni ba umi mo ga chaza mo ba $10 na do kwa kufado unja simple sika chaza ya tisika so ezo komdi e ezo tena ya tisika so se kwa de ni komdi ya kwa cha first me yabasa no papa no se ni we fi no ho a yabasa mpanyufo e ben no your friends advisors o mo tunufo no o mu tunufo say de Ghana ya to amene Ghana ya tenke e dia kana wonye free suwem na yentimi fi ato mapapa be be ya 2024 no ya be try that DNPP a chicken kalumu ni nyamenya admo
all right Kojo Poku yeda CP mpacho wa no man ya 667 una do so mpacho ba nko
Kinkalu one manucho echemo na ya na hundi okakra because anapa obi shima titrese ese finance minister ni kurumfo ni na ahemfo ni ade nyina eko ho sobo ko support eno so on sanye mani nyina na ka ho na ma sa ahemfo ni san no na san manfo mu wo no because your constitution said they do not need to involve themselves in politics. But akwa kodu be say your friends obinaka osuni anya no. So
but wambo dio ya no abodi ame hu dio pache friends.
Oh okay, pache friend Kofi
Maniko.
Yeah. Inti omo kwa akota na chi. Because of that, yeah, you krum nimpa bia nye part of sa ruling class no just in the more ebttt ye found this so omo pe the omo pe and omo ye o share within a friends MPP mo omo ministers ni sa ade ni nyina no mu you nyina from sa I mechanics achem asante most of them that is how omo no mo rule Ghana say antia free afasini ne manucho krum near any idea and I just say that is how it has gone to. So to the extent to say finance minister Aye Bonny say onye Bonny so I Bonny more evidence until they have to prove and not more prove more about energy say your friends saying more about supporting because of Fumukuru until I hear for what to do to my about what a disgrace. If ni talk comes back say or change and say yeah kind another before which means that they have no shame. They don't care about the ordinary people. Oh, send your money we some of us have reliable sources friends even some of the loans to Chrome and MPP phone some of this NDC MPP almost anything loan. The loan does not even come to the people. And that now matter but loan somewhere. And this government have done it several times. Not yet BBI basa. Oh, inti yeah man the moment na leaders papa yes NDC MPP will not help us in any way at all. Medenya mijamo.
We da si pa kuba Kofi. E be da si pacho no man 4092 edo so pacho man nko hello. E pacho what's your name?
Yeah, hello.
E pacho man nko 4092 pacho edo so man nko.
Yeah, it's true. It's hello.
Sure, pa na so.
I don't know opo Opona na minyano waje so needs to be in there.
Okay.
The chairman Manucho ni obia. It's about a game no. Yeah. Surprisingly, I met Sanopo Basse free Banye offside is one and stuff like that. Did he really watch the game?
Hey, I said,
yeah, Kalisha, we all watched the game. I don't know what Opo was watching though, but the Opo thing, to me, clearly, on yesterday's game, I don't know. Meaning game and Opo. You watched it. Marucho, I know you watched it as well. Along the line, we take so poor, you know, so Marucho, also, you couldn't tell him that that's not what it was. Unless I was watching something else, but I know he did good.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone is talking about his output yesterday.
Yeah, to me, they're not.
Chef Pablo Lens, you know, sorry, yeah. I came up there and I'm the side of
hello.
Trauma from
say on Sudan doing sure was
his performance yesterday.
Yeah. Man, to me, the runs in the anticipation be come apart. See,
that is what we're looking for. We have to run at them. This is what we're looking for. It is all running to position Granny and football and Manona or your offside. And he hasn't done nothing wrong.
That's right. That's right.
So, for with his fabulous lens and telling everyone, come on, iPhone.
Okay.
I have a message for you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, all right. Shoot, and I'll say the castle also didn't do this in my band. No, Pacho, wow, no mano, no mano, Akati, 4286, and then they do so, 4286, Pacho, one call by a bit for one copy. Now, for the Jumedi number, Pacho, whining 3255, Pacho, whining, Manenko.
Kalisha, I Kakrabi, Efa, I Diana, Manu, Opoka, Priya Bane, honor. No question, say, maybe a cortical support, but I think, and boy, no, why are dear pa, how the confidence level needs to was on. I think we know a beer local players, no, thank you from more local players. Because I'm told every day be a crown or FIFA or Pika or the clouds, and I think every day be $10,000 or so.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Five local players crown a Domokoya. In Kadabuama clubs is when Yakakra. But move foreign players, no be as never quite be able. And no one court any Richard Opori any prayer. And Kadalan, Kawanya Quanyano. Buka your first World Cup 2006, there are almost 5 local players and a choir. Isa Elias Wojnam, of 4 position to know Jinam, Abi Muhammad from Confess and Wojnam. So, Jojo Munina, Quanya, the Ekobi. Your second 20 Taya Aircon, Brony Quanya choir, 3 local players and a choir. 2014 airquay Naya Black Coach and Kaudia Uba, we a local player. What boy a league in the panel? Walk on the 1 player pen for the local player or the choir. And a 2014 year, 2022 year, you need 2 local players. And a crab couldn't be in a sea. If you Busata, a local team, near Bonano, and Penifono asset. Put a ability of course Abamuno, or maybe I bet now compared to the no be I understand service interest. Football people, Mobabet now I had the Senate Patabuama local win. Who said no mean now so go. Almost 8 coaches and a coach 11 players. 8 coaches so and a coach 11 players. Oh, Kata. Yes, so be I now when you're uncle. One that's the Kalisha Mutin Fast Academy and your pitches and fun and where local league number players, Division 2, Division 1 for the Yeska. But when the Nina Ben or Black Starter, young team qualified for Yamian Boyanko run run 16 for Yakota Fana. Everybody not shorter a year. You do money can you now quiet a brow of a local pitches. And your son, but I say.
All right, Ulma, you better say. And you did 4 years. ABC, yeah, in fact, call BIB. ana yɛde phone yin sini bisi yɛmfa kɔ obi abiem na afei yɛma yɛboafoɔ ɔmoboa yɛma yɛde dwumadie no ɛma yɛ no yɛmfa ɔmo ho sɛnsɛma badansa yɛde abɔfoɔ no ba yɛnkɔ Facebook tetema na yɛnkɔ kenkan amanfoɔ messages a ɔmde aba Facebook na afei yɛboafoɔ no adwadi tɔn so na yɛmfa nto na afei me nso no fi dwumadie so teacher constitution one must say all what the NDC are doing concerning the censure motion is kenkwa. Do they think the majority will have them to remove finance minister Tofiakwa? Greetings to Honorable Mavis Nkansa Bwedi, the Afija East MP, and Dr. Mahmoud Bahomia. 2 p.m. Asante Mampong. In fact, NDC is a peaceful party, so let's maintain peace and love in our dear party. NDC, long live Ghana, long live NDC. Greetings to Goya Iron Lady Ashanti, NDC Regional Woman Organizer. 2 p.m. So Sema on also de Eba Yenono and Mediama Tiefono. And on messages about Facebook. Marking Kani na me Tiefono. Afe yanko Oma Moswa ya sing Ema Yedij Media no Ebre mo na mo fie na answer na mekono manicho wake up no or the Neyaba group A no Holland and Senegal and I say on be qualify from that group no quarter for ebi and Ecuador until say Holland and Senegal for and officer on be for group B no so officer England ni Iran and on be free sa group a group B no on also the Nigeria share about see England so any bobo choir from Iran okay group B na England Iran USA anyways but officer England Iran and Iran so almost kind say no be free that group no akọ okay group C in so Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Manicho say, obviously, our group no. Argentina, and Mexico, and Mexico, and the Befi, sa group no. And I feel group D. And we Denmark, Tunisia, France, and Australia. And also Manicho take no same France and Denmark, and on Befi. Sa group no qualify to the next stage of the competition. After yemfa asidake sepa ema Anochi Chrome restaurant. Anochi Chrome restaurant there ope duani papa bia African duani wache abutu banku tilapia ni moko ni mkruma bibi bia fufuo ani bibi bia ope bia no obetumanya bi wo omo bia no Monday to Sunday okwa obetumanya bi edi. But then there 2 locations. Bako Mabury Street and Bako War Park Avenue. So na ade Bako War Park Avenue. So no every last Sunday of every month biano ya omo ye live band and a buffet. Only African restaurant with buffet. Any live band no omo yebi na bibia to me akonkan and see 4 p.m. and yeah the side media no 27th year by after Thanksgiving Thursday by Thanksgiving no ni kwasi ada no eno na on be live band no the you know do ni ache Anochi Chrome restaurant wo Park Avenue no odidi no ekokop 4 p.m. to the drop no now say chow na ase live band papa ye fi wa ye fa ni che Asama Trading open African market no ma bia ope bia nam nam turkey goat meat, fish, fresh fish, kruger, pampanium, tilapia, any mackerel. To say you just name it. Opebia, so I try to come on. I read on BBA person, or your party, who you are yen up and Nambi and Papa, not the you know, call Asama Trading, number to me, Abuame bet me, Akosun. Dan auto repairs, Master Danso, Oba Noa. Kabia otumiye o break na I say routers na say o transmission o engine to say bibia 40 bia baka no bia no fakọ dan auto repairs on any ba ofoi on betumi aye bibia mehwe bibia no matwa bibia yipo na bibia wakoma to yim na obese okoye inspection so now inspection time na bedu a oba master dan so a bibia obecho bia ma waye na okoko pass inspection bia no dan wani ba master dan so obetumi ahwe na bibia tumi akonkan master dan so na first no 45 Fremont Street but say we free call 61 Fremont Street or the same stretch so and you free Canterbury Street Cambridge and Canterbury Street now oba oba no as I come do the old place no the oba say cars be right is cars be see right no the oba na otutu ani kakra bo say gate kitwa bi ehye right o oba hu to ani kra won say down auto repairs ba na kitwa bi om de abosro nti hwa na ofa nche right na no wasane ase obekwa eche no na masadan so ne ba ofori no mo hye no mo bo adwuma gidigidi pa ofusu ofi wa so free Main Street ne Webster Street no so a oba no oba ya na betwam bia na old place no na wo de pa na old place no kakra bi na ba oba no wo se cars bi so on side left o ma park be cars be park on side left no wo de bra oba na de otwa ni hwe left one na bo kwan left gate kitwa bi left ho it is akwan no eno na koma sadanso nti eno why 61 61st Fremont Street it make it that left na no usane kwa akire wo na obo so be kona masadanso ene ofori omo ho na wo car no bibia problem bia ba ho bia no obetumi ayama na bibia tumi akoso ho aso na ohireba kwaku asare ohireba mishira onano pe ono so ene ni akofi ej sprayer almost so car no enya accident akwakopo obi dia bebom ama be ho amoamoa na pese car no esi ni dada mu a o de kọ ho okwa ombetwetwe ombe chise ekwan be ombe ye car no fefefe a spray kwa ma o di pia obekese afi na akoto car foforo no na akoto car foforo no the same thing ombe amount omutwuma no adwuma hoti omutwa mbetwa de yopo amount eti se opese o car apem ahon asai na omuye mawa betuma asai ayama kofi eni nua Dixon de ana ohirba kokwa asai de omuka bom a omutumi ye ma car no ma car ni jane na so na bibia tumi ekonkan enti ko omuso betuma abo afi ye fi wa yemfa ye ni nchen Dr. Kwabi Scientific Care omuso so na ese wa ye adwuma ama ho eye na ha apostle enkoye munam edisi so no bon wani ana ko Dr. Kwabi Scientific Care wondu ho a betumi di aboa ama bibia tumi akonkan ama afi efra emfe enko Go Coast Catering Services so ope jollof eba and egusi ope fried rice and great chicken and a baked chicken a okwa obetumi anya bi na omo banku ene pi na bala soup na nkatenkwan na omo nkuwa kakra bi obetumi dia ajoso nchen eno so kwa obetumi ayi ope aduane papa edi na ho atowa ko 8 Blackstone River Street 8 Blackstone River Road na ho na abehu Go Coast Catering Services na ometumi akonya aduane papa edi ama bibia tumi akonkan ama efu ayenko Kumasi market the only market only African market omutumi discount baby ba ko pe Kumasi market African assorted bibia pa meat assorted meat fish and adwene akwa bi ti say bibia na twinam aponche akokọ bibia pa ye bia ko open milo milk bibia opese oto African market bia no kwa Kumasi market omo ho na de omayama na efense omama discount na bibia tumi akọ nkan almost African market so oma discount na bibia tumi akọ nkan amaw enti ko na akodi uja na bibia tumi enko nkan enti Africa Kumasi market so ho sem na mria ba etiefo no afi efu ayenko Anochi Chrome Anochi trading Anochi Chrome ni Anochi trading there omudi de bia yana back e confuse Anochi trading so omo 54 Hamilton Street na omo African market and almost our your friend say cold store and to now do bibia kototo na ntwi na kototo aponche kototo nya ado kototo moko kototo spinach kototo kobi ne omomoni no bibia oto awie no na sa perfish bia kokochi dia stewa omusa wo coastal ho a okwa owo kototo tilapia kruger pompanium you just name it na ometuna ye kama oma wewe ho kama san twitwa na coffee a na se wo chia no nga fe na akotwa bia mbeboa amatwa bibia etumi akonkan and 54 Hamilton Street na call Anochi Trading na bomodiana na oni omunkodi sare so onbetumi aboa yepa afi fi wo so enko Lemonade Finance abefo kwantimpo a etimi sene skadi kofi woni beji am obusuafo so ni agire ne Lemonade Finance omo na amaba dwa so sesi a opese o sene ska ko mabusuafo ebronya ebe na ska ne enko sweeper omo na omo ye oko Apple Store ene Play Store app no ho o download ya process ni ye easy na one na ma na akokodu bi a na o hu se promo code bi omo pe promo code bi a fa OPO o de shewa na bibia abekọ nkan ama otimi aye asset app no na mpo so set app na se no mamu aye de mawa oba Unity Radio a oba be hu po ha obetimi aboa ama bibia etimi akọ nkan na so de age no aseni ska kokomo wabusuafo ewo omafiefiem aha na medi dwumade no be se medi ndi King Kalusha medi asidaka sienko Manicho Magandi na tareta mempeme ho asem Usta Massachusetts obeboae na executive producer na Opopo National no tai echi na bibia ekokan omo amoso ya kwanja na mo frɛ ba dwumadi ensurum asida kese enkomo bibia o se wadaje eti Unity Radio no asida kese enkomo afa eti kese enkoma me Prince bibia wo bia no eti kese enkoma na awie eti kese so enkoma my sister Monica eti kese enkoma Mama Gucci bibia wo bia no eti kese enkoma mo na me fiura Mami Lydia Pokia bibia wo bia no eti kese enkoma Yakobon ya aduma kwasiada all those links to African community Maswe ho sister birthday ekoma sister Sabina beautiful at 60 no obedini anawoda kwasiada ebe all roads obia unya kwanja dawani call Maswe ho Main Street ni so say 870 or something like that okwa ho na Mami Sabina birthday no ebaso yenya mbom na enko bua Mami Sabina mra odi ni sister birthday na bibia ntumi nkoso na mde dwumade no ebesim meko ni akopon ya aduma se odi yankwa chen ochira se kwan ba mu a ebeba na ebetan no my sports update kakra san say world cup no nya ba bedu awie ni kwasi ada na ebo enti ochira ebema fever no a chechim kakra ansa na kwasi ada no so o me start world cup na no ma start ebio na mede dwumade no besim mede edi King Kalusha Menam Sandy Ejumedian Chami. Once again, thank you so much for doing the listening. When you say a prayer, say one for me. I need it. Thank you and God bless and bye bye for now. After any encore Peace FM, Nenkofa Peace FM Kasiabono. Makamu. Bye bye.
Actually made cider donut and enjoying some tailgate fun with family and friends. What you might not know is that Big Y has all your local fall favorites, from local produce and comfort foods to floral and game day eats.